team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Fans, due to the ongoing concerns regarding COVID-19 and for the health and safety of all participating student athletes, we ask that following the conclusion of today's game, that all fans remain behind the barricades along the sidelines or in the stands and not come onto the field to play at any point. Thank you for your cooperation. Fans, today's game day sponsor is Burris Incorporated. Furniture and office products are the line for Burris Incorporated, your local source for any and all office furniture and supplies, from paper and envelopes to office chairs and desks. Burris Incorporated has you covered. Proudly a women-owned company, Burris Incorporated is conveniently located at 113 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville. Also, fans, our official game day programs are now available exclusively online and at your fingertips. To access a digital copy of today's game day program, go to arkansastechsports.com/programs or by scanning the QR code found throughout the stadium. The game day program features rosters, depth charts, coaching bios, stats, and so much more. And now, fans, at this time we would like to direct your attention toward the field for our Senior Day ceremony. Today marks the final home game for the 24 seniors on this year's team, and we'd like to honor them now. Our first senior is number 10, George Brooks. Number 0, George Brooks. Brooks is a defensive lineman from Allen, Texas, and is majoring in math education. He's being escorted today by his parents, Britt and Karen Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, George Brooks. Our next senior is number 1, Drew Wade. Wade is a wide receiver from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and is pursuing a master's degree in emergency management and homeland security after graduating with degrees in criminal justice and sociology. He is escorted by his uncle, Don Ederle, and his cousin, Taylor Ederle. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Drew Wade. Our next senior is number 3, Caleb Beatty. Beatty is a running back from Foxworth, Mississippi, and is majoring in communications. He's being escorted by his coaches, Ryan Trevathan and Wyatt Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Beatty. Our next senior is number 4, Caleb Kennedy. Kennedy is a quarterback from Morrilton, Arkansas, and is majoring in business management with a minor in criminal justice. He's being escorted by his father, Marcus Kennedy, his mother, Jennifer Davis, his stepfather, Keith Davis, and his brother, Jonathan Blaylock. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Kennedy. Our next senior is number 4, Dio Williams. Williams is a defensive back from Denton, Texas, and is majoring in business marketing. He's being escorted by his parents, Damon and Anna Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, Dio Williams. Our next senior is number 5, Darren Kane. Kane is a defensive back from Houston, Texas, and is majoring in information technology. He's being escorted by his parents, Clarence and Donna Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Kane. Our next senior is number 6, Tyler Polk. Polk is a wide receiver from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and is pursuing a master's degree in liberal arts and graduating with a degree in speech communications. He's being escorted by his father, Frank Daly, his mother, Ingrid Polk, his sister, Tamia Polk, his brother, Terrace Polk, his sister-in-law, Shay Polk, and his nieces, Mariah and Anaya Polk. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Polk. Our next senior is number 7, Denzel Washington. Washington is a defensive back from Monroe, Louisiana, and is majoring in business management and marketing. He's being escorted by his father, Ronnie Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, Denzel Washington. Our next senior is number 8, Trey Smith. Smith is a wide receiver from Springdale, Arkansas, and is majoring in public relations with a concentration in organizational leadership. He's being escorted by his parents, Curtis and Yacinda Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Smith. Our next senior is number 9, Gio Williams. Williams is a linebacker from Denton, Texas, and is majoring in business marketing. He's being escorted by his parents, Damon and Anna Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, Gio Williams. Our next senior is number 12, Ron Thompson. Thompson is a running back from Bassfield, Mississippi, and is majoring in sports and recreation management. He's being escorted by his mother, Kayla Booth. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Thompson. Our next senior is number 13, Cade Yeager. Yeager is a quarterback from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and is majoring in history. He's being escorted by his mother, Tika Yeager. Ladies and gentlemen, Cade Yeager. Our next senior is number 15, Cameron McCasson. McCasson is a linebacker from Frisco, Texas, and is pursuing a master's degree in business administration with an emphasis in data analytics. He is being escorted by his father, Wade McCasson, and his mother, Barry Lynn. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron McCasson. Our next senior is number 18, Jack Lindsay. Lindsay is a quarterback from Springdale, Arkansas, and is pursuing a master's degree in student affairs. He is being escorted by his parents, Lindy and Laura Lindsay. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Lindsay. Our next senior is number 23, Alex Chambers. Chambers is a defensive back from Conway, Arkansas, and is majoring in health and physical education. He's being escorted by his parents, Kent and Tammy Chambers. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Chambers. Our next senior is number 25, Tucker Kennedy. Kennedy is a fullback from Union City, Tennessee, and is pursuing a master's degree in student affairs after graduating with a degree in mathematics education. He's being escorted by his father, Wesley Kennedy, and his brother, Hayden Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Tucker Kennedy. Our next senior is number 27, Corey Chun. Chun is a linebacker from Blytheville, Arkansas, and is majoring in mechanical engineering and nuclear technology. He's being escorted by his mother, Laverne Chun, his girlfriend, Misha Wimberly, and his daughter, Naomi Chun. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Chun. Our next senior is number 32, Aaron Carter. Carter is a defensive back from Manila, Arkansas, and is pursuing a master's degree in conditioning. He's being escorted by his parents, Jason and Tracy Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Carter. Our next senior is number 36, Andre White Jr. White Jr. is a defensive back from Bryant, Arkansas, majoring in Parks and Recreation. He's being escorted by his parents, Elizabeth and Andre White Sr., his sister, Demetrius White, and his girlfriend, Kaylin Katie. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre White Jr. Our next senior is number 44, Derek Albers. Albers is a defensive lineman from New Braunfels, Texas, and is pursuing a master's in general business after graduating with a degree in business administration. He's being escorted by his position coach, Kurt Corbin. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Albers. Our next senior is number 54, Christian Meyer. Meyer is an offensive lineman from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and is majoring in health and physical education, wellness, and fitness. He's being escorted by his position coach, Tommy Creighton. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Meyer.
Tell them to be careful when they, because I don't think the lead is on that thing.
Our next senior is number 82, Luke Curtis. Curtis is a tight end from Bryant, Arkansas, and is majoring in biology.
Yes, ma'am, will do.
He's
Thank
being
you.
escorted by his parents, Scott and Renee Curtis, and his wife, Mabry Curtis. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Curtis. Our next senior is number 86, Brennan Lewis. Lewis is a wide receiver from Fort Smith, Arkansas, and is majoring in accounting. He's being escorted by his parents, Jerry and Amanda Lee, and his grandparents, Lee and Sally Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, Brennan Lewis. Our final senior this afternoon is number 88, Damian Carroll. Carroll is a tight end from Jackson, Mississippi, and is majoring in professional studies. He's being escorted by his mother, Tracy Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Carroll. Fans, one more round of applause for these tremendous Wonder Boy seniors.
Well, they've had the same staff there for a long time. And I know Paul has not been the head coach for more than, I think he's been 5 or 6 years at this point now. But he was the defense coordinator for like 10 years before that. Those guys keep the staff together in that place, and kind of like Washington too. They keep that continuity with each other, and they have a great chemistry as a staff, which then goes down to the players. And they just built a great winning culture there. And very, very impressed with what they've done. And then you look at what they do on all three aspects. Offensively, obviously the triple options very hard to deal with as it is. Their defense only gives up 13 points a game. Their D-line is very good. Their back end's very good. Again, with them being triple option, their defense doesn't have to play as many snaps, which is very helpful too. And then when you look at them from the special team side of things, that's where the most might be more impressive than anything. They have 6 onside kicks this year. They have blocked 5 punts. They have a couple returns for big gains, one for a touchdown from both kick and punt returns. And they're punting decently well, and their kickoff cover is one of the top in the country. So when you look at every aspect of what they do on special teams, they're really, really good at that too. So when you're really good at all 3 phases, normally bodes well to being a really good football team. So they've done a great job of getting the young men to buy into their program over the years and building a culture that is understanding how to win and care for each other and do things the right way, and things that we are striving to do here as well.
As I reflect back on watching Harding play over the years, it seems like they're always in 3rd down and 1 or 3rd down and 2. How important is it today to be great one-on-one tacklers in those 1st and 2nd down situations? If you can make that fullback spot be a 3-yard per carry guy instead of a 6-yard per carry guy, that can make a huge difference.
Huge. Tackling's got to be, the best we've been all year. If we can't tackle, it's going to be a long, long day. And then you're trying to get them into a 3rd and medium to 3rd and longs are great normally for any team that plays them. If you can make 3 to 4 stops in the game, that's huge versus them. I don't know if you can completely stop them. No one has. So don't think that's going to happen. But if you can figure out ways to get a few stops, maybe the ball bounces our way, however you want to say that today. Maybe we'll get a turnover or 2 and get them some extra possessions on offense. And if we can do that and capitalize offensively, and then do a good job special teams of not giving them something extra, I think we'll have a good shot.
Their defense, we talked about it a little bit, but I think it oftentimes gets overlooked just because their offense is so distinctive. As you evaluate this Harding defense, the one that has allowed them to build this 9 or helped them build this 9-1 record, what are the strengths of this Harding defense?
Well, at every position, they have solid players. Their D-line plays really hard, plays with their hands, very physical. Their linebackers are downhill. They see run, they're coming now. And their safeties and defensive backs do a really good job of understanding what they have and who they have. When you watch their film, you don't see a lot of guys running wide open. And they might catch a ball or something like that contested downfield, but you don't see just people wide open against them because they do a really good job of understanding their system, knowing what the checks are, and hopefully we'll do some things to make them have to think today. But they do a really, really good job, really well coached, and knowing who they are, where they need to be, and who they have.
We'll take a break and then come back for one more segment with Coach Ship. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Arkansas Tech University opened in the fall of 1909 as the second district state agricultural school. The very first student to enroll was a man who would later become the school's first band director, Marvin Williamson.
which encompasses 6 bands, hundreds of students, and thousands of alumni around the world. Weather conditions at time of pregame, 54 degrees, 38% humidity, and a 6-mile-an-hour west wind. A perfect day for football. Drum majors Isaac Deaver, Megan McGinnis, and Corrigan Burkett. Is your band ready? Band of distinction, the field is yours for pregame performance. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field, the Arkansas Tech University Marching Band, proudly built by the legacy of our founding fathers, Williamson, Witherspoon, and Cooper. We are tradition. We are excellence. We are the 2021 Band of Distinction! Now let's show our ATU pride and clap along to the Tech fight song. Thank you, Tech fans. We now pay tribute to our wonderful country and those who serve and protect it. This is America the Beautiful. Please join us by standing for the presentation of colors by the Arkansas Tech University ROTC, marched in by Cadet Douglas Tixon. Conducted by Director of Bands Dr. Daniel Belangia, our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the dismissal of colors. Tech family, let's have some fun as we support Coach Ship and our Wonder Boy team. Now is your time to get loud. It's the Tech spell out. Give me a T. Give me an E. Give me a C. Give me an H. What's that spell? What's that spell? Who's gonna win? Throughout this year's season, we've been honoring our seniors by featuring them as conductors of our alma mater. Tonight's seniors are Anna Bloodworth, Russellville, Arkansas; Trey Brown, Mena, Arkansas; Adam Chasteen, Maumelle, Arkansas; Stephen Cooper, Morrilton, Arkansas; Andrew Garrett, Benton, Arkansas; Jacob Mollers, Morrilton, Arkansas; Piper Turner, Van Buren, Arkansas; and Priscilla Wright, Little Rock, Arkansas. And now we invite all of the Tech family to rise and sing along. This is our Arkansas Tech University alma mater. The Band of Distinction is a part of the College of Arts and Humanities and supported by the ATU Department of Music. Thank you, Dr. Jeff Chasteen and Dr. Jeff Wright, Department Head. Percussion is instructed by Phil Parker and Ethan Noonan. Color Guard Twirlers by Eric Cooper. Director of Bands, Dr. Dan Belanger. Associate Director of Bands, Dr. John Nash. And the voice of the Band of Distinction, Dr. John Clements. Let's go, Tech!
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Military Appreciation Day on the campus of Arkansas Tech University. We appreciate the service of our military, both currently serving and those who served across the country and around the world in previous years. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you are a member of the military or have been in the military, we ask that you please rise and be recognized. We appreciate your service.
Senior, Commerce, Georgia. The slot backs are Omar Sinclair, 5'8", 190, junior, Norcross, Georgia, and Taylor Bissell, 5'8", 195, senior, Burleson, Texas. The wide receivers, Michael Sendrick, 6'3", 205, junior, Arlington, Texas, and Cage City, 6'4", 205, junior, Searcy. On the offensive line for Harding, the left tackle is Sam Wilson, 6'3", 260, senior, Jinx, Oklahoma. The left guard is Hunter Willis, 6'2", 310, sophomore, Kimberly, Alabama. Mason Hutto is the center, 6'2", 275, senior, Germantown, Tennessee. The right guard is Austin Toller, 6'1", 205, sophomore, Texarkana. And the right tackle is Keegan Shive, 6'2", 275, sophomore, Altus, Oklahoma. Now on the defensive side of the ball for the Bisons, the defensive ends are Jay Marshall, 6'3", 225, sophomore, Hurst, Texas, and Dre Hall, 6'1", 235, freshman, Spring, Texas. The interior defensive linemen for the Bisons are Patrick Healy, 6', 290, junior, Bartlett, Tennessee, and also at the nose guard spot, it is Isuako Fa'agi, and Fa'agi is 5'10", 280, a senior from Wilmington, California. The linebackers for Harding are Dylan Hendricks, 6'2", 225, senior, Mesa, Arizona, and Shedrick Robinson, 6'3", 240, senior, Pensacola, Florida. The cornerbacks are Ahmad Butler, 5'10", 175, sophomore, Phoenix City, Alabama, and Corey Beatty, 5'11", 195, senior, Troy, Alabama. The safeties for Harding are Cade Pugh, 6'1", 210, junior, Helena, Alabama, and Javarius Wood, 5'10", 160, senior, Commerce, Georgia. The rover for Harding is Malik Mays, 5'11", 190, junior, Norcross, Georgia. Now the starters for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys, led by second-year head coach Kyle Shipp. On the offensive side of the ball, the quarterback is Jack Lindsay, 6'2", 210, senior, Springdale. The running back is Ron Thompson, 5'8", 195, senior, Bassfield, Mississippi. The wide receivers, Jorion Chase, 6', 180, freshman, Marion. Mason Ross, 5'11", 175, freshman, Rogers, and Tyler Polk, 5'10", 185, senior, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. The tight end is Jordan Eddington, 6'2", 260, freshman, Little Rock. And then on the offensive line, the left tackle is Cameron Hadaway, 6'2", 280, freshman, Southlake, Texas. Freddie Ware is the left guard, 6'3", 355, junior, Luxora. Jacob Cato is the center, 6', 285, junior, Miami, Florida. Garrett Jaster is the right guard, 6'3", 315, sophomore, Sugar Land, Texas. And Christian Meyer is the right tackle, 6'5", 290, senior, Muskogee, Oklahoma. Now the defensive starters for Arkansas Tech. The defensive ends are Davion Smith, 5'11", 250, junior, Mesquite, Texas, and Carlos Gordon, 6'1", 265, junior, North Little Rock. The interior defensive lineman is Carson Holloway, 6'2", 260, freshman, Richmond, Texas. The linebackers, Matthew Minix, 6'2", 225, freshman, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Gio Williams, 6'1", 215, senior, Denton, Texas, and Christian Cole, 6', 215, junior, Saxe, Texas. The cornerbacks are Matt Arnold, 6', 185, freshman, Texarkana, Texas, and Dio Williams, 6'1", 190, senior, Denton, Texas. The safeties, Darren Kane, 5'10", 205, senior, out of Houston, Texas, and Denzel Washington, 6'1", 210, junior, Monroe, Louisiana. The rover is Tyrus Fort, 5'9", 160, a junior from Rockwall, Texas. Arkansas Tech leads this all-time series 31-26, but Harding has had the upper hand as of late. The Bisons have won 4 in a row and 8 of the last 9. When these two sides get together today, Harding will be dressed in white from head to toe, white pants, white jersey tops with black numbers outlined in gold, and they'll have white helmets with the Harding Bison logo on them. For Arkansas Tech, it'll be white uniform pants, gold uniform tops, the familiar gold helmets, and that ATU logo on one side is in red, white, and blue. On the other side, it says 206 in honor of our local heroes as we are celebrating and observing Military Appreciation Day here today at Arkansas Tech University. Right now, we will break for 30 seconds plus station ID. And when we return to the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, it'll be time for kickoff between the Wonder Boys and the Bisons. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Coin toss is Daisy veteran petty officer first class, Gilbert.
Amcor is hiring. Production entry level pay is $15.40 an hour, and production operators start at $17.95 and can earn up to $27.77 an hour. And Amcor has a 4-year injury-free safety record. Plus, Amcor offers a $1,500 sign-on bonus, 401k match, and full benefit package, plus paid vacation. Start a career with a global company by visiting amcor.com/careers today, or go to Indeed and quick apply at Amcor Russellville.
This is Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys football on River Country 102.3 KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
Welcome back to the Alathus Realty broadcast booth at Arkansas Tech University. Proud to be coming to you one more time this football season from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field as the Wonder Boys wrap up the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football here this afternoon. The opening coin toss taking place right now. Down on the field, Luke Curtis, Tyler Polk, and Darren Kane, 3 of the 23 seniors playing their final game at Arkansas Tech today, are the captains for the Wonder Boys. Arkansas Tech has won the toss and elected to receive, and the Wonder Boys will be moving from our right to our left
and
to get this one underway this afternoon as Harding looking to wrap up a GAC championship. The Bisons, if they can win here today, they would assure themselves of at least a share of the GAC championship. Harding looking for its first GAC football championship since 2016 and its second GAC title overall. There have been 9 Great American Conference championships in football awarded so far. 5 of them have gone to Ouachita Baptist, including the last 3 in a row. 3 have gone to Henderson State and 1 to Harding, and all 3 of those teams, as well as Southeastern Oklahoma State, are in the mix today as we enter the final day of the regular season. Arkansas Tech is cast in the role of potential spoiler here this afternoon, hosting these Harding Bisons, and Arkansas Tech trying to do something that's been very difficult to do in recent years, and that is beat Harding. Arkansas Tech's only win over Harding since 2009 was a 27-24 victory right here in Russellville on November 14th, 2015, and what a memorable win that was for the Wonder Boys. Harding led 24-10 early in the fourth quarter, and they made it all the way down to the Arkansas Tech 6-yard line. Looked like they were about to punch it in for a score that would have made it an insurmountable lead, but Bruce Livingston came up with a sack. That led to a bad snap on a field goal attempt. Nick Aiken scooped up that bad snap and returned it 67 yards for a touchdown. And before you know it, the Wonder Boys came all the way back to beat Harding on that day 27-24. Handling the opening kickoff for Harding, it will be Cameron Scott. He'll be kicking from our left to our right. Back deep for Arkansas Tech on the near side, it'll be Drew Wade. And here is the opening kick from Cameron Scott. It is headed toward the far side. Fair catch is called for and made inside the 10-yard line, and Arkansas Tech will begin from its own 25. I misspoke. It was actually Drew Wade on the far side that time, and Tyrus Fort was the return man on the near side. The Arkansas Tech offense is 7th in the GAC this year at 357.5 yards of total offense per game. Harding, on the other side, defensively leads the conference in total defense. They rank 12th nationally, allowing just 258.9 yards of total offense per game. They have been a little bit more vulnerable against the pass, just 5th in the league in pass defense. And the Wonder Boys line up with 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left on 1st and 10 from their own 25. Jack Lindsey fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, catch is made at the 30-yard line by Jordan Eddington. Eddington runs into the secondary and is brought to the turf at the 46-yard line. A gain of at least 21 on first down for Arkansas Tech. It'll be a Fleet Tire Point S first down, and the Wonder Boys have it 1st and 10 at their own 47 after a 22-yard pass from Jack Lindsey to Jordan Eddington. Lindsey came into the day so far this season for Arkansas Tech with 1,907 passing yards. He hands it off on first down to Ron Thompson, and the senior goes straight ahead for a yard. Lindsey came in needing 93 passing yards to reach 2,000 for the season. And if he could get 205 passing yards today, that would move him into the top 10 in terms of single-season passing yardage by a Wonder Boy all time. And in addition to all that, Lindsey coming into the day has the second highest single-season completion percentage in Arkansas Tech football history. He lines up in the shotgun on 2nd down and 9 from his own 48, this time 4 wide receivers. The 2 to the near side are Mason Ross and Drew Wade. The two to the far side are Tyler Polk in the slot. And then out wide to the right, I believe that is Drew Wade. Lindsey takes the snap, has time. Now he loses the football. It is rolling free. Are they going to rule it an incomplete forward pass? Yes, they are. They rule it an incomplete forward pass. As they say, Lindsey's arm was coming forward. And so it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Arkansas Tech as Lindsey was able to get into a passing motion before he got hit. And Lindsey clutching his left wrist as he got up from taking that big hit from behind. And he'll have to check out for at least a play. And one of his fellow seniors, Caleb Kennedy, will check in to replace him. Kennedy appearing in his 6th game of the season for Arkansas Tech, has completed 9 of 18 passes for 91 yards and a touchdown. He is thrust into action here on 3rd down and 9. Arkansas Tech operates from its own 48-yard line. Harding showing a blitz. Everybody standing up along that defensive front. Looks like they'll bring 6 men. Instead, they'll just bring 4. Kennedy steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right. He is sacked, taken down at the 42-yard line for a loss of 6. And Arkansas Tech will have to punt it away on 4th down and 15. So the Wonder Boys able to pick up 1 first down on their initial drive of the day. But now they will have to punt it back to the Harding Bisons. And the man handling those chores will be Aaron Wynn, young man out of South Carolina so far this year, averaging 40.5 yards per punt. He ranks 4th in the Great American Conference in punting average this season. And waiting back deep just inside the 15-yard line for Harding, it is number 12, Corey Beatty. The punt is away by Wynn. Beatty waits on it and makes the catch at his own 12. Running toward the far boundary, now reverses field, coming back to us, and Victor Hill had him wrapped up at the 15, let him go, but then some help arrives. A wave of gold jerseys drive Beatty backwards, and he'll end up with about a 3-yard punt return before when it's all said and done. And among those helping Victor Hill make that special team stop for Arkansas Tech was the deep snapper Luke Curtis. And Harding will begin 1st and 10 from its own 16-yard line. As we have 12 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the opening quarter. No score so far from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Glad that you are with us on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. The Harding offense is prolific in running the football. The Bisons come in leading the country in rushing offense at 403 yards per game. Conversely, they are last in the nation in passing offense at just 32.8 yards per game. But that's just fine with them. Slot back goes in motion. They hand to Chancey. Chancey gets met in the hole, and he'll be dropped for a loss, something that does not happen very often to Cole Chancey. Victor Hill was there to greet him, and then Carson Holloway helped finish off the stop back at the, they're going to give him a favorable spot, I'll say, back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Cole Chancey, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bisons from their own 16-yard line. Cole Chancey comes into the day with 4,611 rushing yards, most in Harding Bison's history. And he has a chance today to become the first Bison to ever accumulate 3 1,000-yard rushing seasons. Under center is Preston Payton. Pitch to one of the slot backs, and Denzel Washington is there with the tackle along with Tyrus Fort. They make the stop on Omar Sinclair. No gain on 2nd down. Again, back-to-back stops for no gain. And it's 3rd down and 10. And as we are joined by Kelly Davis, Kelly, this is exactly what you have to do against this Harding offense. You have to be able to force them into 3rd down and long situations.
Well, they're doing a great job. You got to keep your eye on the ball, play your role. Don't stray away from your target coverage area, and you'll be okay.
3rd down and 10, Harding. The Bisons lead the conference and rank 3rd nationally in 3rd down conversion rate at 55.8%, but that's because they're normally in 3rd down and 1 or 2. Here it is 3rd down and 10 from their own 16. Slot back in motion. Payton rolls to his right. He wants to throw it. It's short and complete to Chancey out of the backfield. Chancey makes his way down the near boundary, leaps forward, and with that second effort, it looks as if he will have enough for a Harding Bison's 1st down. They have him spotted right at the line to gain, which was the 26. And it appears, based on the initial indication, it will be a 1st down for the Bisons. The referee is not entirely sure as he makes his signal. Now he's more sure. Coach Kyle Shipp is pointing across the way saying, might we want to bring those chains across, as the football is not all the way up to the 26-yard line. The nose of it is just shy of the 26, but they've ruled it a 1st down. And here go the Bisons on 1st and 10 from their own 26 after the 10-yard completion from Preston Payton to Cole Chancey.
Every now and then they'll throw the ball.
That is Chancey's 1st reception of the year. Now whistles before the snap, and Harding wants timeout. 11:03 to go in the 1st quarter. It is a Rockline Industries timeout here in the Olathe Realty broadcast booth. We will pause for 30 seconds. This is Wonder Boys football.
Fans, today's game day sponsor is Burris Incorporated Furniture and Office Products. Burris Incorporated is your local source for any and all office furniture and supplies, from paper and envelopes to office chairs and desks. Burris Incorporated has you covered. Proudly a women-owned company, Burris Incorporated is conveniently located at 113 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville. Fans, a reminder, ATU Athletics has gone digital with its tickets and has partnered with Hometown Ticketing as our official digital ticket partner. Digital tickets will be sold for all home football and basketball games starting this season, and will give fans the ability to purchase tickets in advance and on game days in a secure and contactless way.
And punted on the game's initial possession. Now Harding has picked up a first down, and the Bisons have it 1st and 10 at their own 26 following the timeout. Wonder Boys with 4 down linemen, and then a standing defensive end on the far side. The Wonder Boys in recent weeks have been going more with a 3-man defensive front. This is something that defensive coordinator Josh Lawson and the defensive staff have done a good job of, especially here in the second half of the season, is adjusting their defenses to match what the opposing offense was going to show them. Cole Chansey they fake it to Chansey, instead running left with it for Harding, and now looking for running room is Taylor Bissell, and Bissell will be stacked up and driven backwards. They may have him stopped for a loss. Tyrus Fort among the Wonder Boys there leading the push on Taylor Bissell. And they do have Bissell dropped for a loss for 2 back to the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Once again, Wonder Boys did a great job keeping the eye on the ball, making sure they know where it's at.
Preston Payton, the Harding quarterback, looks to the far sideline. Bison's trying to make it back to the NCAA Division II playoffs for a 4th consecutive year. A win today would assure that. A loss today, they might still get in. Payton this time does give to Chansey, and there to wrap him up after a short gain were 2 Arkansas Tech defenders, Carson Holloway and Trey White, combining on that stop at the 27-yard line after a gain of 3. And here's another chance to get off the field for the Arkansas Tech defense. You've got Harding in 3rd down and 9. You're not going to get a whole lot of these opportunities today, and when you get them in 3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 10, you've got to take advantage. Preston Payton looks to the far side for the play call. Payton, who has played the majority of the snaps at quarterback this year for Harding, but has only attempted 28 passes in this very run-heavy triple option attack that the Bisons feature. Cole Chansey is the fullback. Bissell and Sinclair are the slot backs. Payton to throw across the middle, has a man in Arkansas Tech territory. Catch is made by Michael Cindric. He is caught from behind by Tyrus Fort, and Fort rides him out of bounds inside the Arkansas Tech 25. The gain on the play for Harding is going to be some 49 yards down to the Arkansas Tech 24-yard line, and it'll be 1st down and 10 Harding. And the Bisons twice, when backed up on 3rd down and long, have been able to come up with the pass play when they needed it, and that is what makes this Bisons team a little bit extra special.
I think they already have more passing yards than their average for the season. They've got, 59?
Yep, and they came in averaging 32.8 passing yards per game. But the Wonder Boys defense, it's kind of against the script here. Arkansas Tech has done a great job on 1st and 2nd down, and then the Bisons have been able to execute on 3rd down. Hand off to Cole Chansey. Chansey runs left, and he is wrapped up by Devin Burns. Tackle made at the Arkansas Tech 27-yard line after a gain of 2. Wonder Boys doing a great job at the 1st and 2nd level of tackling, exactly what Coach Shipp talked about in the pregame interview, how important it would be to be able to make those one-on-one stops against these Harding running backs. And so far, the Arkansas Tech defense has been equal to that task. It's 2nd down and 8 for Harding from the Arkansas Tech 23-yard line. The lone receiver out wide to the right is Cage City. And Preston Payton under center. He will fake to Chansey, pitches to the slot back, running around right end. Omar Sinclair runs through a couple of tackles and makes his way to at least the 10-yard line, maybe down to the 9. It'll be a gain of 13 on 2nd down and 8. And the Bisons have it 1st and goal at the Arkansas Tech 9-yard line after Sinclair took the pitch and went around right end for 13 yards. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by Tyrus Fort. Checking in defensively for Arkansas Tech is Trayon Jones, an extra defensive back in the game as George Brooks checks out along the defensive line. Sinclair is the left slot black, and Bissell is the right slot back for Harding. Sinclair in motion. They will run it right. Payton keeps, and Payton dives down to the 5-yard line for a gain of 4. They may even give him the 4-yard line for a gain of 5. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by Gio Williams. They will spot him down at the 4 with a gain of 5.
Didn't hit the ground until then.
And so it'll be second down and goal from there. 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score between Arkansas Tech and Harding. But the Bisons definitely knocking on the door now, set up by, uncharacteristically, 2 big pass plays, including the 49-yarder from Preston Payton to Michael Cindric. Handoff Chancey, and he's into the end zone. Cole Chancey on a 4-yard run followed the left side of his offensive line into the end zone. For Cole Chancey, it is his 21st rushing touchdown of the year. And here's a number for you that means you're having a pretty good year. Harding now with 54 rushing touchdowns this year, and they've only allowed 6.
You can win a lot of games doing that, can't you?
The place kicker for Harding is Grant Ennis. He will attempt the extra point out of a hold by Cooper Carroll. Placement is down, kick is away, it is good, and our new score with exactly 7 minutes left in the first quarter is Harding 7, Arkansas Tech 0, here in the Alethus Realty broadcast booth. Let's take a 1-minute Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
Fans, now is a great time to become a Green and Gold Club member and help directly support all of our student athletes at Arkansas Tech. When you join Green and Gold, you're helping to provide critical resources needed for scholarships, facilities, and equipment upgrades, student athlete support services, and so much more. By investing in Green and Gold, you are providing support for more than 300 student athletes and helping ensure continued academic and athletic success. Join Green and Gold online today at Arkansas Tech University alumni.com/alumni. For those current Green and Gold Club members in attendance, thank you for your continued support. Go Tech!
Was 10 plays, 84 yards. It took 5 minutes and 54 seconds, resulting in the 4-yard touchdown run by Cole Chancey. And now Cameron Scott will kick it back to Arkansas Tech. Tyrus Fort will be on the near side and Drew Wade on the far side. Here with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Harding now leading by a score of 7-0 over Arkansas Tech.
That's their MO. That's what they like to do. They like to run that clock.
Approaching the football is Cameron Scott. Puts his right foot into it. It will be a sidewinder that Drew Wade will field at his own 6. He'll try to return it this time out over the 15, and he literally gets stood up there, lifted into the air, and driven backwards. Not unlike in pairs figure skating when the one skater gets lifted into the air. That's more or less what they did there to Drew Wade, and they stopped him at the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Arkansas Tech from there with 6:54 to go in the opening quarter. And Harding leading 7-0.
Probably did not bring him down as gently as in ice skating.
Not nearly. As the Arkansas Tech offense returns to the field, looks like Myron Henderson was able to get the start today at center for Arkansas Tech as he's battled back from some injury problems that have kept him out of action the last few weeks. He will snap it to Jack Lindsey on 1st down. Lindsey pitches it out to the right for Keon Simmons. Simmons trying to get around right end, but he'll be stopped after a fairly short gain. May give him out to the 21-yard line. There to make the tackle for Harding was Jay Marshall. They do have Simmons spotted down at the 21 with a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6, Arkansas Tech from there. Drew Wade and Mason Ross are the receivers left. As Jack Lindsey awaits the snap, has it on 2nd down and 6, looking left, throwing across the middle now for Mason Ross. Ross has the catch and the 1st down. He'll be stopped by Grant Fitzhugh at the 33-yard line, but it is a gain of 11 on second down and, I should say a gain of 12 on second down and 6. And the Wonder Boys have another Fleet Tire Point-S first down, and it's clear that Arkansas Tech has found a little soft spot in that Harding defense about 10 yards downfield. That's 2 passes that Jack Lindsey's been able to complete in that same area. There was a shift along the Harding defensive front, and that caused the Arkansas Tech tight end Jordan Eddington
number
to
16
flinch.
of the
Thus, a
offense.
false start
5-yard
against Arkansas
penalty,
Tech.
first down.
Lindsey had 2 open receivers to pick and choose from that time, so you always like to see that.
Lindsey 2 of 3 in the early going for 33 yards. The 5-yard penalty is the first of the game against either side. Among the many things that Harding does well is the Bisons are the least penalized team in the Great American Conference, second in the nation in that category. The Bisons average just 32.1 penalty yards per game. Arkansas Tech, middle of the pack in the conference in that category, averaging 63 penalty yards per game. Lindsey under pressure, throws to the near side, has Wade, and Wade makes the catch at the 40-yard line. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 50. The gain on the play is 22 yards. It is a Fleet Tire Point-S first down, and it is the 100th career reception for Drew Wade. Congratulations to the senior out of Pine Bluff on reaching a significant career milestone.
Great pass that time, too, by Lindsey. Threw it right over the defender.
They ended up spotting him down at the Arkansas Tech 49. Now on 1st and 10 from there, a quick pass to Mason Ross, and he's out of bounds on the near side. Forced out there by Malik Mays and Corey Beatty after a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Arkansas Tech, now in Harding territory for the first time at the 49-yard line. Bisons shuttle in some fresh defensive linemen. Play calling on this series has done a good job of getting the ball out of Jack Lindsey's hand quickly, which is important against this pass rush from the Bisons. Lindsey play action fake, throws across the middle, too tall this time for Drew Wade. Malik Mays was there with the coverage for Harding, and the incompletion will bring up 3rd down and 8 for Arkansas Tech from the Harding 49-yard line.
Very important here. Need to get a first down. Need to get those 8 yards.
The Wonder Boys converting on 48.8% of their 3rd down conversion tries this season. That ranks 4th among the 12 members of the Great American Conference. Need the Harding 41-yard line to pick up the first down here. 4:49 to go first quarter. Harding leading 7-0. Lindsey looks to throw deep down the near side, looking for Mason Ross. It is beyond his outstretched left arm. There comes a penalty flag.
He was being held pretty bad, so glad we got the call there.
The official who was running step for step with it did not throw his penalty flag, but then the one further back upfield saw the clutching of the back of the jersey of Mason Ross and called the either pass interference or holding, depending upon when he determines it happened. It'll be either way, it'll be a penalty against Harding that will yield Arkansas Tech a free first down and allow this drive to continue.
Pass interference, number 12 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot and an automatic first down.
Moves the football down to the 34-yard line. A Fleet Tire Point-S first down for Arkansas Tech. And it's 1st and 10 at the Harding 34 with 4:43 to go in the opening period. A reminder that the first quarter of this afternoon's game is brought to you by our friends at Phil Wright Autoplex. 2 receivers right for Arkansas Tech, Jorion Chase and Mason Ross, those 2 outstanding freshmen who have developed so much as this year has worn along. And they are a big part of the bright future of Arkansas Tech football. Lindsey hands it off on first down. Running left with it for a short gain was Ron Thompson, tackled for Harding University by Malik Mays and Dylan Hendricks. They stop Thompson after a gain of 1 to the 33, and it'll be 2nd down and 9, Arkansas Tech from there. Clock rolling, 4:25 to go opening quarter. Harding with a scoring drive of 10 plays and 84 yards the last time the Bisons had the football to take this 7-0 lead. And now Arkansas Tech trying to respond. Jack Lindsey will work from the shotgun. The 2 tight ends, Jordan Eddington and Luke Curtis, shift over to the left side of the formation. Now Mason Ross goes in motion. Lindsey has time, throws across the middle, catch is made by Curtis, and he sits down with the football and the first down at the 22-yard line. A pickup of 11 on 2nd down and 9. It's another Fleet Tire Point-S first down, the 5th of the first quarter for Arkansas Tech, and the Wonder Boys have the football at the Bison's 22. Fresh defensive linemen again shuttle in for Harding.
Like you said earlier, Sam, he's finding those little soft spots in the defense right now, and the receivers are as well.
The Nathaniel Wallace is in on the defensive line for Harding, along with Patrick Healy and Jay Marshall. Among the 4 defensive linemen out there right now for the Bisons. Play action fake. Lindsey sets to throw. Hit as he releases toward the end zone for Wade, and it is just barely overthrown. Trying to throw it to the pylon on the near side, and just beyond the reach of Drew Wade. Good pressure by Harding, forcing Lindsey to throw that one maybe just a beat quicker than he wanted to. And it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Arkansas Tech.
That brings up 2nd down and 10.
Into the game at wide receiver is Adam Cousins. He will be in the slot right. Out wide to the right toward the Harding sideline is Jorion Chase. Now Mason Ross also goes to that side of the formation, so 3 receivers right and open field to the left for Arkansas Tech on 2nd down and 10 from the Bison's 22. Lindsey hands it off to Ron Thompson. Thompson tries the middle and won't get much. A yard down to the 21. He was stopped there for Harding by Patrick Healy and also by Nathaniel Wallace, a sophomore from Bryant. And now it's 3rd down and 9. Arkansas Tech, the Wonder Boys so far today, 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversion tries. Although they have had 1 3rd down converted by penalty. Drew Wade is in at wide receiver. He, Adam Cousins, and Jorion Chase are out wide to the right. Open field left into the short side of the field. Wonder Boys moving from our right to our left toward the north goal and the Hull building. 2:36 to go first quarter. Need to get it down to the Harding 13-yard line for the 1st down. Lindsey throws toward the end zone for Brennan Lewis. It is incomplete. Batted away for Harding in the end zone by Corey Beatty. A touchdown saving play by Beatty to knock away the potential touchdown to Brennan Lewis. Lindsey took a big hit at the end of that play. He is slow to get up. He is down on a knee at the 35-yard line. He's going to try to get back up, but it is a struggle to do so. And now an injury timeout called by the official. Here with 2:26 to go in the first quarter and Harding leading 7-0, we will take a 30-second Rockline Industries timeout. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Number 95, Jesus Zuzumbo, is in to attempt the field goal. It will be a field goal of 38 yards.
Turn to the action. Jesus Zuzumbo will attempt a 38-yard field goal for Arkansas Tech from the left hash mark. Out of a hold by Aaron Wynn, Luke Curtis is the deep snapper. The kick is away. It is very low, and it is left. No good as Jesus over the top of that one and hooked it to the left. It is no good, and the football will go back to the Bisons with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. It was an 11-play, 62-yard drive for Arkansas Tech, but ultimately it does not result in any points, and the Bisons maintain their 7-0 lead here late in the first quarter.
You know, it just didn't seem to be a good snap, hold, kick, anything on that time, but, you know, the wind shouldn't have been too much of a factor on that kick.
Preston Payton will be the quarterback for Harding. Taylor Bissell will be the right slot back, and Cole Chansey will be the fullback. Sinclair was going to be the left slot back, but it looked like he had an equipment issue, and so he checks out and is replaced at that left slot back spot by Jalen Spicer. Payton under center. He fakes to Chansey and runs left. Quarterback Preston Payton will not even make it to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a couple. Corey Chun among the first defenders there for Arkansas Tech, along with Trey White. Trey White is just a freshman along that defensive line for Arkansas Tech out of Shreveport, Louisiana, 6'1", 295. And as we said about Jorion Chase and Mason Ross on the offensive side, Trey White is a big part of the future of Arkansas Tech football.
Yeah, you go down the roster, you see a lot of freshmen and sophomore playing, getting a lot of playing time if they're not starting. So good for your future. That's just exactly what you mean.
Playing and producing. Pitch to the wide right for Jalen Spicer, and the left slot back takes that pitch and goes around right end out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 13 on 2nd down and 8, and Harding will pick up its 4th first down of the game as Spicer showed great quickness there getting around right end. Spicer averaging 10.8 yards per carry this year, and we saw evidence of why right there. Preston Payton will go under center on 1st and 10 from his own 36-yard line. He hands to his fullback, Cole Chansey, pushing the pile all the way up to near midfield. He's to the 49-yard line of Harding before the Wonder Boys can get him to the turf. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and 10 Harding from its own 49-yard line.
Tough to bring down. 5'11", 195. Got a lot of leg drive.
The left slot back this time will be Omar Sinclair. He's back in. Taylor Bissell stays in at the right side. Wide receiver Roland Wallace is to the right side of the formation. They give again to the fullback Cole Chansey, and this time the Wonder Boys had it well defended. Corey Chun, again they're in on the stop for Arkansas Tech, along with Carson Holloway. Carson Holloway also just a freshman for Arkansas Tech, 6'2", 275 out of Richmond, Texas, and Holloway and White are going to anchor this Arkansas Tech defensive line for quite a while to come. Preston Payton on 2nd down and 8 from the Arkansas Tech 49 will go under center. Cole Chansey is the fullback. Sinclair and Bissell are the slot backs. Bissell in motion. The handoff is faked. They pitch it left for Bissell. Bissell gets around one defender and then takes the pile down just shy of the 40-yard line. The Wonder Boys make the tackle at the 42 after a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd down and 1 for Harding from the Arkansas Tech 42-yard line. And that was the last play of the first quarter. After 15 minutes of football in Russellville, our score is nationally 7th-ranked Harding 7 and Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Fans, at this time, will you please direct your attention toward the north end of the field for a special on-field presentation. The Arkansas Tech Alumni Association is proud to present the ATU Faculty Member of the Game. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee and ATU Alumni Office selected the individual for their incredible service to Arkansas Tech. The faculty member of the game is Dr. Robin Lacey. Dr. Lacey is an associate professor of chemistry in the College of Natural and Health Sciences. She is also the director of the Arkansas Governor's School and the faculty athletics representative. She is beloved by her many students that she has worked with for a number of years and is associated with. We are grateful for these who make Arkansas Tech a great institution. Presenting today's award, Mrs. Shirley Dodd with the ATU Alumni Board and Brooke Pruitt with the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Please join us in giving a round of applause for today's faculty member.
Second quarter, it is 3rd down and 1 for Harding. The line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 42. Quarterback Preston Payton will go under center. Omar Sinclair is the left slot back. The right slot back is Taylor Bissell. And Cole Chansey is the fullback. They give to Chansey. Chansey tries the middle, and he will have enough for the Harding first down. It's hard to stop Cole Chansey from getting at least a yard when he touches the football. He got 2 that time. And it'll be 1st down and 10 Bisons at the Arkansas Tech 40. George Brooks, another one of those 23 Arkansas Tech seniors, in on that stop for the Wonder Boys, along with Trey White. Trayon Jones checks back in defensively for Arkansas Tech. He will match up against wide receiver James Townsend on the far side of the field as Preston Payton goes under center. 1st and 10 from the Tech 40. He fakes to the fullback, pitches to Sinclair. Sinclair trying to get around right in, made 2 men miss, then a nifty spin move at the 35. The Wonder Boys able to stop him shortly thereafter and drive him backwards. Stop made for Arkansas Tech by Tyrus Fort. And they will spot Sinclair's forward progress stopped at the 33-yard line after a gain of 7. And it is 2nd down and 3 for the Bisons.
Had a good opportunity there, but like you said, good spin move to get that extra yardage.
They need the Arkansas Tech 30 for the first down. Cole Chansey, again the fullback. Sinclair and Bissell will be the slot backs. On 2nd down and 3 from the Arkansas Tech 33. Harding with 71 rushing yards so far. Payton will throw, drops straight back, throws deep down the middle toward the end zone. It is knocked away, incomplete. broken up for Arkansas Tech in the end zone by another senior, D.O. Williams, denying the attempted touchdown pass to James Townsend and bringing up 3rd down and 3 for the Bisons.
Trying to catch us asleep there, trying to get the long pass in again.
He does not do it often, but Preston Payton clearly has the ability, and we've seen this in years past as well, he clearly has the ability to throw the football when presented with that opportunity. Now it's 3rd down and 3 for the Bisons. Line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 33. Sinclair in motion. They will pitch it to him, and he is stopped. Dropped for a loss. First man there defensively for Arkansas Tech was linebacker Victor Hill. Hill making the tackle for a loss back at the 35. It's 4th down and 5.
They'll go for it.
And Harding will indeed, it appears, go for it on 4th and 5 from the Tech 35. Harding so far this year has converted on 11 of 15 4th down conversion tries, and that percentage is 2nd best in the Great American Conference this year. It's 4th and 5 from the Tech 35. Bissell will be the right slot back, and Sinclair on the left side. Chancey the fullback. Payton under center. Sinclair in motion. They fake to him. Payton rolls left, sets, throws. It is intercepted by Denzel Washington at the 17-yard line. Washington back up the near boundary. He's to the 40 and will be forced out of bounds there. Denzel Washington with the interception for Arkansas Tech, his first career interception as a Wonder Boy, and Arkansas Tech will have the football, although Kelly's indicating
there's a flag down.
The only question is, was it a post change of possession or was it before the interception?
Yeah, it was late. It
Okay.
was during the run back, so possibly blocking the back.
We'll wait and see. It's going to be Arkansas.
The result of the play is an interception. After the play was over, personal foul, number 72 of the return team. 15 yards from the end of the run. Arkansas Tech will play 1st and 10.
As Preston Payton throws just his 2nd interception of the year.
Wow, they're marking it off from the 41.
I guess that must be where Washington stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that is from the end of the run. Yes, that is correct.
So they will spot it. I really had him up closer to midfield, but he must have stepped out earlier than I thought. So it's up back to the 26-yard line, and the Wonder Boys get possession.
Tough break there.
You don't blame Preston Payton from a Harding perspective there for going ahead and trying it. It was 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing to lose.
4th and 5. So even though they are capable of getting 5 yards on a running play.
Here comes the Arkansas Tech offense. It will be Caleb Kennedy at quarterback. Jack Lindsey has had to leave the field twice today after absorbing big hits. And at least for now, Caleb Kennedy will be the quarterback for Arkansas Tech. A shift, and now they'll go to the Wildcat, and Tyler Polk will take the direct snap. Polk, the senior from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, waits for the blocks to develop in front of him, now runs left, and he'll be stopped for no gain. Tackle made for Harding University by Jay Marshall, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Tyler Polk has not yet shown the ability to throw the football out of that Wildcat, and until he can show that to the defenses, as teams have had more and more looks at that look from Arkansas Tech, it's going to become easier and easier for opposing defenses to stop it. But it has been effective more often than not, that Wildcat look, primarily because of the blocking up front and the excellent quickness of Tyler Polk. Become even more effective if Tyler could show he could maybe peel off a good throw. Kennedy back at quarterback now takes the snap on 2nd down and 10 and hands it off. And this will not go for much either. In fact, it may go for a loss back to the 25-yard line. Ron Thompson was the ball carrier. And the stop made for Harding University by Isu Ako Fa'aaki. And there is no gain on the play to the 26. And it'll be 3rd down and 10. Wonder Boys from there. And, you know, 3rd down it feels like even more important against Harding than the average opponent, because the Bison's pass rush is so good. When it gets to be 3rd down and 10 and they know you have to throw it, boy, can they certainly bring the pressure against your quarterback. And so it'll be incumbent upon Caleb Kennedy here to get rid of the football in a timely fashion.
Yeah, you need that little extra time to at least get the 10-yard route in.
Bisons will rush 4. Kennedy hit as he throws. It is caught.
He got it.
And it is going to be enough for an Arkansas Tech 1st down. Jorion Chase with the reception up at least the 37-yard line. No.
That is a terrible spot.
It's still going to be enough for the 1st down.
Wow.
But it's at least, I really thought he caught the football.
Good yard and a half. Wow. Unless he stepped out of bounds.
The good news is it is still enough for a Fleet Tire Point S 1st down, regardless of the spot. 1st and 10 from the 36. Kennedy throws complete to Keon Simmons. Simmons makes a man miss, but there are 2 more Bisons waiting on him, and they will stop him for a loss of 1 on the completed pass back to the 35-yard line. Among the Harding defenders there to make that stop was Drayden Hall. And it'll be 2nd down and 11, Arkansas Tech from its own 35-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down and 11.
The last time these two teams met was on November 16th, 2019, right here in Russellville. Harding won that game 49-14 behind 406 rushing yards. It was the 8th win in the last 9 meetings for Harding over Arkansas Tech, including the 4th in a row. 2nd down and 11. And the handoff will go for no gain. Maybe even a slight loss, as Ron Thompson was immediately met by, among others, Austin Bailey, a freshman defensive lineman. No gain to the 35, and it is 3rd down and 11. Arkansas Tech, the Wonder Boys, are 1 out of 3 on 3rd down conversion tries so far. 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter. Harding 7, Arkansas Tech 0. Wonder Boys so far with 78 yards of total offense, and right now playing without starting quarterback Jack Lindsey, who left injured. A pitch to the right side on 3rd down. Ron Thompson running with it across the 40, the 45. He will have the first down. He's into Harding territory and forced out of bounds by Corey Beatty at the Bison 45-yard line. It is a gain of 20 yards on 3rd down and 11. The Bisons were looking pass all the way, and the Wonder Boys crossed them up with the 20-yard run by Ron Thompson.
A little quick pitch there. Got around the outside, got around the corner. That's very important.
Thompson had been limited to 3 yards on his first 5 carries, but on his 6th carry, he gets 20 yards. And it is a Fleet Tire Point S first down at the Harding 45-yard line with just over 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Caleb Kennedy calls for the football. He hands it off. Looking for running room up the middle is Keon Simmons, and he'll be stopped after a very short gain by Isuako Fa'agi. Stopped at the 44-yard line after a
Harding
gain of
62 is out for one play.
He just maintained position right behind one of our linemen, waiting for a hole to open.
Tyler Polk checks in. Now Tyler Polk checks out. Now Tyler Polk checks back in. Now he checks out again. Brennan Lewis is going to check in.
Do that again.
Jorion Chase, Drew Wade, and Mason Ross will be the receivers to the left side after that little game of hokey pokey. And it's 2nd down and 9 for Arkansas Tech from the Harding 44-yard line.
Turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
I remain turned around. Caleb Kennedy throws out in the short flat, complete for Brennan Lewis, and he is forced out of bounds by Corey Beatty at the 40-yard line. The gain on the play is 4, and it brings up 3rd down and 5 for Arkansas Tech. The line to gain is the Harding 35. 8 minutes, 6 seconds to play, second quarter. A second quarter that's being brought to you by Phil Wright Autoplex. Caleb Kennedy from the shotgun. Bison's defense indicating they need some help from the sideline. Now the Wonder Boys changing the play. That'll give the Bisons a chance to gather themselves a bit more defensively. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Caleb Kennedy on 3rd down and 5. Polk in motion. He goes to the far side of the field. Kennedy fakes the handoff, throws left for Wade. Wade makes the catch. First down and more. He gets drilled and hangs on to the football at the 29-yard line. Absolutely leveled there by Oric Walker Jr., but it will be enough for an Arkansas Tech first down on a gain of 11 on the pass from Caleb Kennedy to Drew Wade, and a Fleet Tire Point S first down for Arkansas Tech. I do not know how Drew Wade held on to that football.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that was good, solid tackle made.
Kennedy will be in the pistol formation here, maybe shotgun. We'll see where Ron Thompson ends up lining up. Mason Ross is the receiver left. Jordan Eddington is in at tight end. 2 receivers right, Jorion Chase and Drew Wade. Kennedy hands it off, and it will go for a loss. Ron Thompson smacked down as he reached back to the point of attack, stopped there by Shedrick Robinson. And they have him down for a loss back to the 31-yard line. Loss of 2 will make it 2nd down and 12, Arkansas Tech. 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go until halftime. Stay with us for the Off-Road Tire Halftime Show. We will bring you, among other things, the halftime performance by the Arkansas Tech University Marching Band, Arkansas's Band of Distinction, as they offer their final marching performance of the football season. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Kennedy has the snap, throws left. It is caught, but for only a very short gain. Mason Ross making the reception. and there immediately to tackle him was Lionel Masivi of Harding. Masivi makes the tackle at the 27 after a gain of 4, and it is going to be 3rd down and 8 for Arkansas Tech. The line to gain is the Harding 19-yard line. Jordan Eddington is back in at tight end as Tyler Polk checks out at wide receiver. Wholesale changes as well along the Harding defensive front, as they want some fresh legs in there to rush the passer on 3rd down and 8. Of course, the last time it was 3rd and long, the Wonder Boys pitched it to Ron Thompson, and he ran 20 yards for a first down. See what the play call is here on 3rd down and 8. Kennedy with the snap, whistles, and let's see what we have. Here's the referee to let us know.
That should be a false
Prior
start.
to the play, timeout. Arkansas Tech. This is their first charge of the half.
Boys. Let's take a 30-second Rockline Industry timeout with them from the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. This is Wonder Boys football.
Parents, be
This will
sure
also
to
be
sign
a
up
media
your
timeout.
kids for Jerry's Crew. It is for all Wonder Boys and Golden Sons who are under the age of 13. Membership includes admission to ATU athletic sporting events with paid adult, t-shirt and or drawstring backpack, participation in events like coin toss at football games, floor assistant at basketball games, bat boy or girl at baseball and softball games, meeting and interacting with Arkansas Tech University student athletes. Fans, now is a great time to become a Green and Gold member and help directly support all our student athletes at Arkansas Tech. When you join Green and Gold, you are helping to provide the critical resources needed for scholarships, facility and equipment upgrades, student athlete support services, and so much more. By investing in Green and Gold, you are providing support to more than 300 student athletes and helping ensure continued academic and athletic success. Join Green and Gold online today at atualumni.com/alumni. And for those who are current Green and Gold Club members in attendance, thank you for your support. Go Tech!
Arkansas Tech is 3 out of 5 on 3rd down conversion tries so far today. This is 3rd down and 8 from the Harding 27. 1 receiver right. Now a man in motion will make it 2 receivers right. That's Drew Wade. 1 receiver left is Mason Ross. Kennedy rolls the pocket right under pressure, and he is sacked. Taken down just inside the 35-yard line, and it will be 4th down and long for Arkansas Tech. There to get the sack for Harding University was Jay Marshall. They will spot Kennedy down at the 34 with a loss of 6. Make that a loss of 7, I apologize. It is 4th and 15. We go under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter, and the Wonder Boys have made the decision on 4th down and long to punt it away and try to bury the Bisons deep in their own territory. Aaron Wynn is on to punt it away. And back deep for Harding is Corey Beatty. End over end kick. Beatty makes a fair catch, backpedaling at about his own 9-yard line. And that's where the Bisons will go on offense, following what will officially be a 25-yard punt by Aaron Wynn. Not make that a 26-yard punt to the 8-yard line. Not Aaron Wynn's longest punt of the season, but one thing that Wynn has excelled in throughout his career is that ratio of punts down inside the 20 to touchbacks. He now, after that effort, has a 3-to-1 ratio in punts down inside the 20 as compared to touchbacks in his career. And it takes us to a Rockline Industries timeout. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. This is Wonder Boys football.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at halftime, the Arkansas Tech Golden Girls presentation. And then the presentation by the Arkansas Tech Band, Arkansas's Band of Distinction. Cole Chansey, number 34, the ball carrier. The gain is 3, second down and 7. Number 11, Payton, the ball carrier. No gain, brings up third down and 7. The gain is 5, will bring up fourth down and 2. Number 18, Cameron Scott in punt position for Harding.
Timeout, Harding. This is their second charge of the half.
Harding 7, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we take a 30-second Rockline Industry timeout. This is Wonder Boys football. Quarter here on the final day of the regular season in Great American Conference football for the year 2021, and Kelly has an A Better Way Realty GAC scoreboard update from the Battle of the Ravine.
4:09 left in the third quarter. Henderson State has answered Ouachita, and it is now tied up at 21. So that's going to be an interesting game. That may be one of those games that ends up whoever has the ball last could be the winner.
Here in Russellville, Harding set to punt it away on fourth down and 2. A good wind at the back of Cameron Scott as he awaits the snap. Oh, don't jump off sides, Wonder Boys. Just about did it.
Oh, they got back, though.
Cameron Scott has the snap. Punt is away. It is a line drive. It will land just beyond midfield, takes a Harding bounce and roll, and then a right turn at about the 35-yard line and goes out of bounds there. It will be recorded as a 49-yard punt for Cameron Scott. And Arkansas Tech will begin 1st and 10 from its own 35-yard line with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first half. Harding in the lead 7-0. And a chance here for the Wonder Boys to get on the scoreboard before halftime. Harding will get the football to begin the second half.
Southern Arkansas has kicked a field goal in the second quarter. 8:04 left in the first half. They have a 10-0 lead over UA Monticello.
Ron Thompson is the running back, and Jack Lindsay is back in the game at quarterback. He throws short of his intended receiver, Adam Cousins, at the 38-yard line. And the incompletion will make it 2nd down and 10 for Arkansas Tech. A nice job here, as always, by the Arkansas Tech athletic training staff led by Duke Walden to get Jack Lindsay back onto the field after he took a couple of big hits early in this game.
He was recognized as one of our seniors today, so he doesn't want to go out injured on his last game.
Lindsay, after coming to the line, now checks to the near side for perhaps a new play call. 9 seconds on the play clock. Ron Thompson is the running back on 2nd down and 10. Thompson gets the handoff, runs left, and there's just not a lot of running room there today against this Harding defense.
Between the tackles, I don't know if we've gotten any yards, have we?
Stop made for the Bisons by Nathaniel Wallace. And the loss back to the 34-yard line will make it 3rd down and 11. Brennan Lewis checks in at wide receiver in place of tight end Jordan Eddington. Mason Ross will be the receiver to the left side of the formation. Lewis and Drew Wade are the receivers right on 3rd down and 11 for Arkansas Tech from its own 34-yard line. Lindsey takes the snap. Lindsey under pressure, lobs it across the middle, and a tremendous one-handed grab by Brennan Lewis, and he will have a Fleet Tire Point-S first down up to the 49-yard line as Lewis simply jumped over his defender, put his left paw out, grabbed the football and brought it into his body for a 15-yard reception. It is 1st and 10 Wonder Boys from their own 49.
That is top 10 highlight material right there.
A minute 20 left in the first half. Harding 7, Arkansas Tech 0.
Wow.
Clock rolling as Jack Lindsey looks to the near side for the play call. And now the Wonder Boys are going to have to use a timeout. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth,
Arkansas Tech.
A 30-second.
This is their second charge timeout of the half.
This is Wonder Boys football.
The pass complete to Jorion Chase. It's enough for Arkansas Tech. First down. Lindsey's pass thrown incomplete. Lindsey's pass thrown incomplete. It will bring up 3rd down and 10.
Lewis and Mason Ross will be the receivers left. Drew Wade and Jorion Chase are out wide to the right. Jack Lindsey waits in the shotgun, but not before Harding calls timeout. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we
this
take
is
a
that 3rd and
30-second
final charge
Rockline
timeout
Industries
of the half.
This is Wonder Boys football.
following the timeout brings up third down. The pass was complete to Ron Thompson. No gain on the play. Brings up
I'm going to stay in the middle. Timeout, Arkansas Tech. This is their third and final charge timeout of the half.
After this 30-second Rockline Industries timeout, this is Wonder Boys football. Tech, and only time remaining for one more snap of the football before we head to the Off-Road Tire halftime show here on the radio broadcast and over the internet at ArkansasTechSports.com. Glad that you are with us, regardless of how you're joining us here on this final day of the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football. The Wonder Boys offense returns to the field.
Excellent crowd today. Both stadiums, both sides are pretty well full.
C.J. Palmer, Brennan Lewis, and Jorion Chase are the receivers right. Drew Wade is the receiver left on 4th and 10. Final play of the half. Lindsey avoids the first wave of the rush, rolls to his right, and now he's just going to run for it, and he'll step out of bounds after a gain of 6, maybe just a gain of 5 to the 34. Regardless, it's the final play of the half. And our score after 2 quarters of football at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville, it is nationally 7th-ranked Harding 7 and Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we step aside for 3 minutes, and when we come back, it'll be the Off-Road Tire halftime show. This is Wonder Boys football.
Will you please direct your attention toward the north end of the field for a special game ball presentation for today's game day sponsor, Burris Incorporated. Fans, today's game day sponsor is Burris Incorporated Furniture and Office Products. Burris Incorporated is your local source for any and all office furniture and supplies, from paper and envelopes to office chairs and desks. Burris Incorporated has you covered. Proudly a women-owned company, Burris Incorporated is conveniently located at 113 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville. On the field, we have Arkansas Tech Director of Athletics, Abby Davis, and Roy McSpadden, Troy Lynn McSpadden, and Clara McSpadden. Again, a big thank you to all and everyone at Burris Incorporated. Fans, Arkansas Tech is proud to recognize the distinguished service of Mrs. Jane Jones Executive Director for Advancement Operations. Jane has faithfully served Arkansas Tech and the ATU Foundation with honor, integrity, and distinction for the past 46 years, and will be retiring at the end of December this year. The entire Arkansas Tech family is profoundly appreciative of Jane and her many years of service. She has helped to support student success, access, and excellence at Arkansas Tech. Presenting a framed picture to Jane on the field today is Mr. Jason Geiken, Vice President for Advancement, and Dr. Mary Gutter, Chief of Staff and Distinguished Professor of Educational Leadership, and Athletic Director of Arkansas Tech, Abby Davis. On behalf of the Arkansas Tech family, we want to say thank you, Jane, for all you have done for this great university. Please join us in giving Jane a big round of applause. And now, fans, at this time,
surprised by a recognition from the Arkansas Tech Department of Athletics. Jane has done so many things. It would be easier to list the things that Jane has not done for Arkansas Tech University. I'm not sure there are any over her 46 years of service to this institution, and Jane will be retiring at the end of this calendar year. And she was surprised with a presentation down on the field by Jason Geiken, our Vice President for Advancement, along with Dr. Mary B. Gunter, our Chief of Staff, along with Abby Davis, our Director of Athletics, all surprising Jane with a recognition for her 46 years of exemplary service to Arkansas Tech University. There is no one alive who more exemplifies the Arkansas Tech story than Jane Jones.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. I remember back in 2004 when I got a call from her, and she said,
Rihanna
back home.
Jocelyn.
And so, but she had been here and seen so many things. Just think about the size of the university, the number of buildings that have been built, and everything that has gone on in those 46 years. And she came up and earned it every step of the way. So congratulations to Jane Jones.
I believe we have one more surprise presentation coming up later on at halftime. Don't worry, Kelly, it's not you this time. You're good this time.
Jane got Kelly.
Yes, she did.
As you said.
We ambushed Kelly at homecoming, and then Jane got her turn this afternoon. And one other very special member of the Arkansas Tech family has that same situation coming up later in halftime, and we'll tell you about that once it takes place. Right now, the Golden Girls dance team from Arkansas Tech University offering its final performance of the football season. And while that goes on, we will bring you the halftime statistics from our football game, with Harding leading Arkansas Tech by a score of 7-0. The Wonder Boys have 10 Fleet Tire Point S first downs so far, compared to 6 for Harding. The Bisons have 19 carries for 77 yards and 59 passing yards. That's 136 yards of total offense in the opening half for Harding. And I can absolutely, totally, and completely guarantee you that if you had asked Kyle Shipp, the head coach, and Josh Lawson, the defensive coordinator, would you be happy if you held Harding to 77 rushing yards at halftime? And they would have taken that in about a quarter of a second. And so a great first half defensively by Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys with 17 rushing yards, 122 passing yards for 139 yards of total offense. So a slight edge in total offense goes to Arkansas Tech thus far. There's been one turnover in the game. It was committed by Harding, but it was on a fourth down pass, and so not really hugely damaging to the Bison's cause. Harding has been penalized once for 15 yards. Arkansas Tech has been penalized twice for 20 yards. And the Wonder Boys so far with a big edge in time of possession, and that is news against a Harding football team that averages more than 36 minutes of time of possession per game, which leads the nation in that category. But so far today, it is Arkansas Tech that has maintained possession for 17 minutes and 16 seconds compared to 12 minutes and 44 seconds so far for Harding. Arkansas Tech is 4 out of 8 on third down conversion tries. Harding is 3 out of 5 in that category. Individual leaders first for Arkansas Tech. Ron Thompson, 8 carries for 20 yards. Jack Lindsey has completed 8 of 15 passes for 94 yards. Caleb Kennedy has also appeared at quarterback for Arkansas Tech, and he has completed all 5 of his pass attempts for 28 yards. Mason Ross has 3 catches for 17 yards. Drew Wade, 2 catches for 32 yards. Jorion Chase, 2 catches for 22 yards. And Brennan Lewis, 2 catches for 19 yards for Arkansas Tech. Carson Holloway and Tyrus Fort lead the Arkansas Tech defense with 4 stops apiece so far. For Harding individually, Cole Chansey has 8 carries for 29 yards, and they're led defensively by Corey Beatty, Jay Marshall, and Nathaniel Wallace with 4 tackles apiece. It's time now to turn down my microphone and turn up the crowd mic as we enjoy the halftime performance by the Arkansas Tech University Marching Band, Arkansas's Band of Distinction.
The United States Navy. The United States Air Force. The United States Marines. United States Coast Guard. Thank you, veterans. We appreciate and honor your service and sacrifice for our country. Happy Veterans Day. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you help us recognize and congratulate the 28 seniors who are marching their last show as a member of the Band of Distinction. This is an extraordinary group who are the core of the band's success during their time as members and leaders in our program. As their name is read, they will walk to the center of the field. Logan Archer.
I just said hi.
Zoe Baldwin. Anna Bloodworth. Aaron Bowden. Trey Brown. Adam Chasteen. John Collins. Stephen Cooper. Isaac Deaver. your homecoming king, Andrew Garrett. Colin Gushing. Michaela Haynes.
At this point, they just like. Oh, she like that. Yeah.
Aaron Hetland.
We having all this messy college, like, we are grown, have fun.
Logan Jones.
No, she don't.
Sierra Klein.
So that's why he been so heavy on me.
Avery Langston.
Alright, she can do that method again. They better stop.
Jason Lee. Megan McGinnis. Jacob Mullers.
She hasn't played the whole game. No.
Douglas Messick.
That's important.
Cam Osborne. Julie Osordo. Jimmy Ryan Jr. Katie Rodriguez. Hannah Lee Smith. Blade Walters. Piper Turner. And Priscilla Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, help us in congratulating these outstanding seniors. Also, please stick around and watch them perform our halftime show back for the final time following today's game. We are the Arkansas Tech University Marching Band, Arkansas's Band of Distinction. The Band of Distinction is a part of the College of Arts and Humanities and supported by the ATU Department of Music. Thank you, Dr. Jeff Woodstein, Dr. Jeff Bright, Department Head. Percussion is instructed by Phil Parker and Ethan Newton. Color guided twirlers by Aaron Cooper. Director of Bands is Dr. Daniel Avalanchia. Associate Director of Bands is Dr. John Nash. The Dean is Dr. Jeff Katz. I'm the voice of the Band of Distinction, Dr. John Clemens. Let's go, Tech!
And now, fans, this time, would you please keep your attention towards the field for a special on-field recognition for our public address announcer, Tom Kammerling. Tom is in the midst of his 50th year of service to the Arkansas Tech Athletic Department after starting out as the radio play-by-play voice of the Wonder Boys in 1971. Tom continued in that role through the mid-2000s. Since then, Tom has become a familiar and unmistakable voice at venues such as the Chartwell's Women's Sports Complex, Thone Stadium, and Tucker Coliseum, where he has served as the public address announcer for all Wonder Boys and Golden Suns home games. Fans, please join us now in thanking Tom for his 50 years of service and his continued contributions to Arkansas Tech athletics.
Careers today, or go to Indeed and quick apply at Amcor Russellville.
Protect your investment with a high-quality custom building from a local manufacturer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Time presentation to go, and for those of you in the radio audience who weren't watching the video stream, I'll let you know that that special presentation was made to the one and only Tom Kammerling, who this year is marking 50 years of service to Arkansas Tech University athletics, either in the role of radio play-by-play announcer or as the public address announcer, which is his current role at Arkansas Tech University. I can tell you I have no idea where I would be this afternoon without Tom Kammerling and the opportunity that he gave me to do this job back in 2002. It has led to more wonderful things in my life than I'm probably even aware of, but I know it's a great many of them, and just really special to me to see Tom Kammerling honored in that way here this afternoon. And I know many of you who have your own warm memories and recollections of Tom from through the years feel exactly the same way, and so it'll be great to see Tom get back up here. He sits in the booth just to my right, and it'll be great to see him back up here, and I'll be able to tap on the glass and give him a thumbs up here in a few minutes once he gets back into position. Now, that's Tom's main concern right now, is trying to get back up here in time for the second half. And speaking of the second half, it is about to begin with a Jesus Zazumbo kickoff for Arkansas Tech, as we begin the third quarter of play with Harding leading by a score of 7-0. Zazumbo's kick with the wind at his back will be fielded at the 6-yard line, bobbled there for a moment, and then picked up for Harding by Oric Walker Jr. He's running down the far sideline. He'll be stopped just over the 30-yard line, as it'll be Harding football from there. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I believe I saw the wrong jersey number. I thought I saw Oric Walker Jr.'s number. It was actually Kendall Allen on that kickoff return. Kendall Allen brings it out to the 32-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 Harding from there. And you know this Bison offense is chomping at the bit. After they were held to just 77 rushing yards in the first half, they came in averaging 403 rushing yards per game. And so you just absolutely know for a fact that the Bisons are looking to get it going here to begin the third quarter, and they started with their best running back, that is Cole Chansey, the fullback, as he takes it and bowls straight ahead for 7 yards out to the 40-yard line. Tackle made there for Arkansas Tech by Davion Smith, another one of those outstanding young defenders for Arkansas Tech. Davion Smith is a redshirt sophomore, and he makes the stop after a gain of 7. It is 2nd down and 3 for Harding from its own 40-yard line. Preston Payton under center. And again, he gives to Chansey, and Chansey will have the first down, a gain of 5, following the left side of his offensive line to the 45-yard line. And the Bisons pick up their 8th first down of the day, their first of the second half. 1st and 10 Harding at its own 45, just underway in the third quarter from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Harding 7, Arkansas Tech 0. The Bisons trying to clinch at least a share of the Great American Conference Championship and assure themselves of a high seed in the NCAA Division II playoffs. The Wonder Boys trying to close the season with a flourish. Handoff to Chansey. Chansey shakes off one tackler, greets another with his right shoulder, drives Denzel Washington back to the 44-yard line. It is a gain of 11 for Cole Chansey, and much as we feared, this Harding offense has come out highly determined and highly motivated to begin this second half. This is the Bison rushing attack that opponents have been seeing all season long.
Like to have been a fly on the wall for that halftime speech.
They definitely have come out with a renewed sense of intensity here to begin this third quarter, has the Harding offense. They give to Chansey, and Chansey runs straight ahead inside the 40 and down to the 37-yard line, pickup of 7 yards. And when Cole Chansey is able to get them 7 and 8 and 10 yards on first down, they become unstoppable, because then eventually you have to commit an extra defender or two to stop him, and that's when they hit you with the big pitch to one of those slot backs, either Omar Sinclair or Taylor Bissell.
That or the deep pass right down the middle.
It is 2nd down for Harding. They will run the option play right. Preston Payton, the quarterback, will keep, and he will have enough for the first down as he advances the football from the 38 down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 6 on 2nd down and 3. And it is another first down for the Bisons. Sinclair remains in as the left slot back. Taylor Bissell is the right slot back. The wide receiver to the right side is Michael Sendrick. The quarterback is Preston Payton, the man who makes all of this work for the Harding Bisons. He goes under center on 1st and 10 from the Arkansas Tech 32-yard line. He will hand to Chansey. Chansey tries the middle, and this time the Wonder Boys have him stopped. There to greet him in the hole and stop him were Christian Cole and Trey White. And they make the stop at the 31-yard line after a gain of 1. It is 2nd down and 9 Harding. Wide receiver left is Cage City for the Bisons as they look to the far sideline for the play call. 11 minutes and 55 seconds to go, third quarter. Harding with the first possession of the second half. Bisons leading 7-0. Slot back in motion. They will pitch it to him. It is Sinclair around right end, and George Brooks, the senior from Allen, Texas, makes the stop on him at the 27-yard line after a gain of 4. It brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Bisons. Harding is 3 out of 5 on 3rd down conversion tries so far today. In order to pick up this one, they would need to move the football to the Arkansas Tech 22-yard line.
Probably in their mind, this is 2-down territory.
Payton under center. Takes the snap, drops straight back. He wants to throw. Penalty flag is thrown. The pass is intercepted, picked off by Denzel Washington. He returns it over the 35 and the 40. He is upended there. The ball came out, but they ruled that Washington was down after his second interception of the day, if it stands. There is an injured Wonder Boy on the play. It looks to be Denzel Washington took a huge hit and was turned head over heels at the end of that play. And now we also have to sort out what the penalty flag is about and if it will wipe out the turnover forced by the Arkansas Tech defense.
Just a bad feeling they're going to call offsides on the Wonder Boys.
It was a flag thrown in a spot where you would see that fairly often.
I tell you what, that was a tough lick that looked like when he got the flip, may have landed on his helmet.
Duke Walden, the head athletic trainer at Arkansas Tech, is out to look at him now. Kyle Shipp, the head football
Penalty
coach.
from the previous spot.
They called offsides.
Head football coach at Arkansas Tech also over to check on Denzel Washington, and Kelly is correct. They did call offsides against Arkansas Tech, and so that will wipe out the interception by Denzel Washington.
Penalty yardage results in a first down.
And they have now confirmed that it will be enough for a Harding first down as a result of the offside call against Arkansas Tech. It will move the football to the Wonder Boys' 22-yard line. And right now,
that's good. He's sitting up now. That's a good sign.
Very good sign that it's not a head or spinal cord situation or a neck situation for Denzel Washington, at least not a majorly serious one. Duke Walden continues to speak to him at the 43-yard line with 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Harding leading 7-0, and the Bisons will maintain possession after the interception was disallowed because of the offside call against Arkansas Tech.
I don't know why they're lining up to try to run a play when
Denzel Washington back on his feet, and he will begin making his way to the near sideline with some assistance from Duke Walden, the head athletic trainer at Arkansas Tech, along with head coach Kyle Shipp. Denzel under his own power but walking slowly, and I believe that's under the encouragement of Duke Walden wanting to take every precaution here to make sure that Denzel is okay. Preston Payton will be the quarterback for Harding. The line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 22-yard line. Cole Chansey, the fullback. Omar Sinclair is the left slot back. The right slot back is Taylor Bissell. Michael Sendrick, wide receiver to the right side of the formation on first down and 10 from the Arkansas Tech 22. Payton under center. Man in motion, Bissell. They hand to Chansey. Chansey runs left. He collides with Victor Hill and then falls forward to the 18-yard line with a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 for Harding as we go under 11 minutes to play in the third quarter, with the Bisons leading 7-0 and now in the red zone.
57 seconds remain in Arkadelphia. Ouachita just kicks a field goal to go up 31-28 over Henderson State.
The Harding Bisons, 40 of 48 in red zone scoring opportunities this year. Payton, quarterback keeper, he runs right. And Tyrus Fort there to make the stop for Arkansas Tech along with Christian Cole at the 14-yard line. It is short of the line to gain. It brings up third down and 2 for Harding. They must get to the Arkansas Tech 12 in order to pick up the first down. Clock rolling, 10 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the third. The Bisons can certainly make that clock disappear at a rapid rate. They give to Chansey on 3rd and 2. He keeps those legs churning, and that will get him down very close to the line to gain. And based on the initial spot, it feels like he got there.
They're going to look at it, but
referee says first down. He did indeed get to the 12. He needed 2, and 2 is exactly what he got. Davion Smith made the tackle for Arkansas Tech. But it is another first down for the Bisons, and now it's 1st and 10 at the 12. 9 minutes, 49 seconds to go third quarter. Harding leading 7-0 and trying to make it a 2-possession lead. And once the Bisons get a 2-possession lead, just by mere fact of how few possessions there are in a game against them, it becomes a pretty desperate situation. Handoff Chansey. Chansey running straight ahead. Darren Kane tries to greet him at the goal line, but Chansey drives him backwards over the line and in to the end zone for a Harding touchdown on a 12-yard run by Cole Chansey. His second rushing touchdown of the day, his 22nd of the season. And for Cole Chansey, that is career rushing touchdown number 64. He came into the day tied for the national lead among active players at all levels of NCAA football for career rushing touchdowns, and he has added 2 to his total here today. The extra point try by Grant Ennis is away, It is good, and our new score with 9 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the third quarter is Harding 14, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we step aside for a 1-minute Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
E, C, A, D, E, C, A, D, E, C, A, Arkansas Tech.
Fans make plans now to be in Tucker Coliseum to see the Wonder Boys and Golden Suns basketball teams kick off their 2021-22 season. The Golden Suns will play at home first with non-conference opponent champion Christian. That will be Monday evening beginning at 5:30 p.m. The Golden Suns will also be at home next Saturday afternoon against Christian Brothers. Tip-off for that game is set for 1:30 p.m. The Wonder Boys' first home basketball game will come on Tuesday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. against Missouri Southern. As with football, all basketball tickets will be sold exclusively.
For Harding University was 11 plays, 67 yards. It took 4 minutes and 53 seconds, and it resulted in a 12-yard touchdown run by Cole Chansey. And Harding now leads Arkansas Tech by a score of 14-0 as Cameron Scott gets set to kick it back to the Wonder Boys. Following Cole Chansey's second rushing touchdown of the day, the previous one was 4 yards. This one was 12. And the ensuing kickoff by Cameron Scott on its way. It will be fielded by Drew Wade on a fair catch at the 5-yard line. And so Arkansas Tech will begin from its own 25 for the Wonder Boys' first possession of the second half.
All right, let's get a scoring drive here.
Be interesting to see who comes back out at quarterback here for Arkansas Tech. Jack Lindsey started the game at quarterback, then left for a while due to injury, and then came back late in the first half. And it will indeed be Jack Lindsey to take the field for Arkansas Tech here on first down and 10 from the Wonder Boys' 25-yard line with 9:31 to go in the third, and Harding leading 14-0. Two tight ends shift to the right side of the formation. Jorion Chase is the man in motion toward the far side of the field. Lindsey hands it off to Ron Thompson. Thompson running right into the Harding defense, namely Jay Marshall and Shendrick Robinson, there to make the stop for the Bisons. And they stop Ron Thompson after a gain of 1. Thompson coming off a great game a week ago. He had 23 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown in the Wonder Boys' 56-21 win over Northwestern Oklahoma State. But he and everyone else will tell you it is a very different thing to try to run against this Harding defense. Two tight ends again shift to the right side of the formation, Luke Curtis and Jordan Eddington. Man in motion is Jorion Chase. It is second down and 9 for Arkansas Tech. Play action fake. Lindsey throws across the middle, and Mason Ross makes the catch and then makes a somersault as he goes to the turf with the football at the 38-yard line. It is a gain of 12 on second down and 9. The Wonder Boys have their 11th Fleet Tire Point S first down of the day, and it's first and 10 Wonder Boys at their own 38.
That route's been very successful for us today.
One receiver right, one to the left. Play action fake. Ross running deep down the near sideline, but he is well covered by two Bisons, and so Jack Lindsey throws that one away into the boundary. Good coverage provided for Harding by Malik Mays and Corey Beatty. It'll be second down and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 38-yard line.
It has gone final. Ouachita 31, Henderson State 28.
And that means that if Harding can win this game, then the Bisons will be the outright champions of the Great American Conference in football for the year 2021. Lindsey throws to the right side. Catch is made just over the 40-yard line. Jorion Chase very nearly got free. An ankle tackle brings him down. The touchdown-saving stop for the Bisons was made by Ahmad Butler with an assist from Cade Pugh, and they got Jorion Chase down at the 46, but I'm telling you, if they miss Jorion Chase's ankle right there, he is gone down the far boundary. As it is third down and 2 for the Wonder Boys after a gain of 8. Jack Lindsey in the shotgun. One receiver right, one to the left. Handoff to Keon Simmons, never had a chance. Dropped for a loss back to the 45-yard line. And it'll bring up fourth down for Arkansas Tech. Leading the surge, and what a surge it was of white jerseys. For Harding University, it was Austin Bailey, the freshman defensive lineman, on 4th down and 3 from their own 45. The Wonder Boys will line up in punt formation. Arkansas Tech has nothing to lose. We are midway through the third quarter, down by 14. This would not be a stunning place to see a fake punt. Aaron Wynn awaits the snap on 4th and 3 from his own 45. Wynn has the snap. He will go through with the punt. End over end kick. It will land at the 24-yard line, and I believe a Wonder Boy touched it up near the 19. And so that's where Harding will take over as a result of first touch at about the 19-yard line.
Maybe they didn't see it.
They threw the beanbag up that
Oh,
direction.
did they?
Now he's got
Yeah.
it. Now he's got it back up to the 20. So it will be 1st and 10 for Harding.
Well,
And the Bisons are saying, why aren't we getting the ball at the 20? Right now it's spotted at the 12. Either way, they're going to have a moment to figure out because we have a Rockline Industries timeout here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. We'll take a 1-minute break with them. This is Wonder Boys football.
Fans, due to the ongoing concerns regarding COVID-19.
This is Carly Powell, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank.
We ask that following the conclusion of today's game, that all fans remain behind the barricades along the sidelines or in the stands and not come onto the field of play at any point. Thank you for your cooperation.
Wonder Boys, A-T-U, go! Wonder Boys, A-T-U, go! Wonder Boys, A-T-U, go! Wonder Boys. Go Tech! Go Tech! Go Tech!
3 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Harding leads 14-0 over Arkansas Tech in the regular season finale for the year 2021. And the Bisons now have a path to an outright conference championship thanks to some help from Ouachita Baptist this afternoon as the Tigers have taken down the Henderson State Reddies. Both of those teams will finish at 9-2, and Harding trying to finish at 10-1 and make it a 10th consecutive year of having an outright champion in GAC football. Handoff to Cole Chansey on first down. Chansey runs straight ahead out to the 29-yard line, a pickup of 9 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Bisons. Actually going to spot him down at the 28, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 from there.
The game is 8, 2nd down, 2.
As Preston Payton, the Harding quarterback, prepares to bring him back to the line of scrimmage. 6:41 to go in the third. Carson Holloway with the tackle on that play for Arkansas Tech. On 2nd down and 2. Handoff to Cole Chansey. Chansey running left. He's into the second level, the third level. There he goes down the far boundary, being pursued by Tyrus Fort. And Fort will make the tackle in Arkansas Tech territory all the way down at the 32-yard line. It will be a run for Cole Chansey of 40 yards. And the Bisons have it 1st and 10 at the Arkansas Tech 32.
First down.
The left slot back for the Bisons is Jalen Spicer. The right slot back on this set of downs is Zach Smith, as Bissell and Sinclair get a rest. Cole Chansey now with 18 carries for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. They have put it on the back of their bell cow here in the second half. They pitch it this time, and running around left end is Zach Smith. Smith makes it to the 27-yard line for a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Bisons from there.
not doing anything different than they did in the first half. They're just getting a little bit better blocks around the corners.
Corey Chun with the tackle, and I don't think there's any doubt, Kelly, we've seen it too many times over the years against Harding's triple option. There is also a factor of being worn down as the game goes along. That's
true.
That constant hitting from that offensive line just wears you down as the afternoon progresses. Here's a handoff to Cole Chansey. Chansey running inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 12 for Cole Chansey. There's also something to be said for the fact that Cole Chansey is perhaps the best running back in the history of the Great American Conference, and right now he is a very determined young man.
Oh, absolutely. They want to finish strong here and go 10-1. You know, it's obvious of that. But like you said, the time of possession, that's what wears those defenses out in the second half.
Harding right now ranked number 2 in the region. If they can stay at that number 2 spot, they will be assured of as many as 2 home playoff games beginning next week. Handoff on first down from the Arkansas Tech 15. And Cole Chansey carries the football down to the 12. Good job by the Arkansas Tech defense that time to get the stop after just 3 yards. George Brooks and Trey White among the Arkansas Tech defenders there to make that stop. And it is 2nd down and 7, Harding from the Arkansas Tech 12-yard line. Harding looking for its 2nd GAC championship, its 1st since 2016. They are assured now of at least a share of that championship. They want it outright, and they can get it with a win here today in Russellville.
False start.
Penalty flag before the snap of the football here with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third, and Harding leading 14-0. It is
False start.
Against
Number
the Vikings.
54 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
There it will be 2nd down and 12. They wind that clock back into motion. 2 receivers out wide to the right this time for the Bisons. Among them, James Townsend. They've already looked for him in the end zone once today. They hand it off to Cole Chansey. And Chansey is tackled by George Brooks at the 12-yard line after a gain of 5. That will make it 3rd down and 7 for the Bisons. The left slot back is Jalen Spicer. He averages over 10 yards per carry this year. The right slot back is Zach Smith, and Cole Chansey, who has 21 carries for 153 yards today, waits at his fullback spot on 3rd down and 7 from the Arkansas Tech 12-yard line. Preston Payton under center. Payton fakes to Chansey, pitches out wide, left ball on the ground. Smith picks it up on one hop, runs left with it, and is forced out of bounds by Tyrus Fort. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Looks like they have him down at the 8, which would be short of the line to gain. It is out of bounds at the 8 and well short of the line to gain, which was the 5-yard line. And now it looks like we will see the field goal unit for the Bisons. And they will try to make this a 3-possession game with under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Be careful.
The field goal kicker is Grant Ennis. Ennis is 8 out of 11 on field goal tries this year. This will be a 25-yard try from inside the left, from just around the left hash mark. He is 3 out of 3 this year on kicks of between 20 and 29 yards. Whistles before the snap and a penalty flag, and the play clock had expired. Unless the Bisons got a timeout, they're going to be guilty.
Timeout,
of
Harding. This is their first charge timeout of the half.
The timeout before the play clock expired. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go, third quarter. Harding leads 14-0 here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. We take a 30-second Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
Which group? Get set!
Fans, today's game day sponsor once again is Burris Incorporated Furniture and Office Products. Burris Incorporated is your local source for any and all office furniture and supplies, from paper and envelopes to office chairs and desks. Burris Incorporated has you covered. Proudly a women-owned company.
Ennis, bit of a high snap, but the placement is down. The kick is away. It is good. And our new score with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the third quarter is Harding 17, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we step aside for a 30-second Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community under the bright lights of Friday night. Alathus Realty is determined to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty. Find us on Facebook today.
The scoring drive for the Harding Bisons was 8 plays, 81 yards. It took 4 minutes and 32 seconds and resulted in a 25-yard field goal by Grant Ennis, his 9th successful field goal try of the year. And And the Bisons now lead 17-0 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the third quarter. The ensuing kickoff comes down at the 5-yard line. Fair catch is called for and made by Drew Wade. And it'll be 1st and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 25-yard line. And it gives us a chance to take a look at the A Better Way Realty GAC scoreboard.
Well, looks like UAM has fought back to take a 21-17 lead over Southern Arkansas. That it looks like has begun the fourth quarter there. Southern Nazarene, they have scored. It's 28-7 now, Oklahoma Baptist over Southern Naz. It is Southwest Oklahoma on the board. Northwest Oklahoma 14, Southwest Oklahoma 7. And it's still East Central 17, Southeast Oklahoma 14. Southeast Oklahoma also 8-2 on the season.
Arkansas Tech with 159 yards of total offense so far today. They looked like they were going to add to it there on a completed pass from Jack Lindsey to Mason Ross. There is a penalty flag down, though.
Late flag.
They spot Ross out of bounds at the 36 with what would have been a gain of 11. We'll have to wait and see if maybe the Wonder Boys were guilty of running a little pick play there to get Mason Ross open. They are explaining the call to Arkansas Tech head coach.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 76 of the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
So that will move the football back to the 20-yard line. It wipes out the 11-yard completion. And now the Wonder Boys face 1st and 15 from their own 20-yard line. For Arkansas Tech, so far today in terms of penalties, just the 4th of the game for 30 yards. Jack Lindsey, the Arkansas Tech quarterback, 11 of 19 passing today for 125 yards. He takes the snap on 1st and 15, throws to the near side, catch is made by tight end Jordan Eddington, and Eddington able to fight his way up to the 27-yard line, gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Wonder Boys from there.
Sorry, spoke over you there.
Oh, that's okay. You didn't knock him out of too much, I promise.
I was thinking out loud.
I'm just glad anytime you think it all, Kelly. A minute 21 to go in the third as Jack Lindsey throws across the middle. Eddington made the catch, shook his defender, and then makes his way up for a Fleet Tire Point-esque first down, carrying the football to the 40-yard line, taking advantage of the missed tackle by Harding, which is a rarity. And the Wonder Boys have it 1st and 10 at their own 40 after a completion of 13 yards from Jack Lindsey to Jordan Eddington. Now Lindsey ready to go again, throws complete to Eddington at the 44. Eddington falling down as he made the grab for a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. Arkansas Tech there to make sure that Eddington found the turf was Cooper Carroll.
Almost looked on that last pass that Harding was trying to go for the interception instead of the tackle.
2nd down and 6, Wonder Boys from their own 44. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Harding 17, Arkansas Tech 0. Wonder Boys trying to get on the board. Lindsey takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. He unloads the football just before he got hit. It is intercepted, picked off at the 20-yard line, and there to provide the pressure for Harding and force that turnover was Cade Pugh, intercepting it on the back end for the Bisons and getting the football back for the Harding offense. It was Oric Walker Jr. with the interception, and the Bisons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21 after the first interception thrown by Jack Lindsey in several weeks. It'll be 1st and 10 Bisons from their own 21. And Preston Payton, the Bisons quarterback, will bring them to the line of scrimmage. The fullback is Cole Chansey. 2 slot backs, 1 to either side. They fake to Chansey. Payton will keep, and he'll be stopped after a short gain. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by Cameron McCassin. And if Harding wants it to be, that could be the final play of the third quarter. We're down to 18 seconds left in the period. And the Bisons do not seem to be in a big hurry. The breeze has ceased to be a big factor in this one, but it will be at the Bisons' back when it blows here in the fourth quarter. Payton will go under center, 3 seconds left in the third. And they will not snap it. They were just going to try to draw Arkansas Tech offside, unsuccessful in doing so. And that takes us to the fourth quarter.
This is the end of the third period.
In the 106th year of Arkansas Tech football, and our score is Harding 17, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we take a 30-second Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football. Jack Lindsay had thrown in a long time. You have to go all the way back to October the 9th, more than a month ago, and more than 100 pass attempts ago to find the last time that Jack Lindsay had been intercepted. But now the Bisons have it after that turnover. They've got it second down at the 23-yard line, and they'll be moving from our right to our left. They're in their own territory here as we begin the fourth quarter. And Harding leading this one 17-0, and Kelly is keeping a close eye on the proceedings in Bethany, Oklahoma.
Well, UAM has also scored again. They lead now 28-17, and Southern Naz got on the board again. A long pass play for a touchdown. It is now Oklahoma Baptist 35, Southern Nazarene 14.
Here in Russellville, second down and 8 for the Harding Bisons from their own 23-yard line. In on that defensive line for Arkansas Tech right now, Devin Burns, Carson Holloway, Trey White, Cameron McCassin in at the linebacker level. Darren Kane creeps up from the secondary. They give to Cole Chansey. Chansey runs right. He's into the secondary. He's out to the 40-yard line. He's to midfield, chased down from behind and tackled by Devin Burns. Cole Chansey with a run into Arkansas Tech territory to the 47-yard line. It is a gain of 30 yards for Cole Chansey, who now has 23 carries for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns today. And the Bisons have turned to their top weapon here in the second half, and boy, has he delivered in a big way.
Boy, he sure has. He's getting some good blocks up front by that offensive line and just taking advantage.
Chansey is the fullback on 1st and 10 from the Arkansas Tech 47. Chansey only had 29 rushing yards at halftime. Now he has 183. Preston Payton runs right on 1st down. He'll be stopped for Arkansas Tech by Cameron McCassin. McCassin with the tackle at the 44-yard line. And it'll be second down and 7 from there, following a gain of 3 for Preston Payton. Payton with 7 carries for 22 yards today. Bisons for the game up to 260 rushing yards after they had just 77 in the first half altogether. So more than twice as many rushing yards in the third quarter as they had in the first half. Preston Payton under center. A little miscommunication here. The fullback was not there to fake the handoff, and so Payton just turned it upfield and made something out of it. And he was able to run the football all the way down to the 38-yard line for a gain of 6 before the Wonder Boys got him to the turf on what appeared to be a busted play. And it is third down and 1 from there for Harding. They need to get to the Arkansas Tech 37 to pick up the first down. The ball rests at the 38. Under center, Payton. He will go with the quick snap count and surge straight ahead down to the 35-yard line for the first down. A gain of 3. And it'll be first down and 10 from there for the Harding Bisons. Clock rolling, 13:05 to go. The Bisons already with a 3-possession lead. They've got the football, and they are slowly making time disappear. They're not slowly, they're quickly making it disappear. They're methodically making it disappear.
Yes.
And that is exactly what they do. It's a big part of their formula. Oh, left tackle went early.
Jump there.
So that'll be a false start against Harding. We'll move the football back to the Arkansas Tech
False start.
40-yard line.
Number 54 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
For the Harding Bisons. Reminder to stay with us when this game is over. We might have time for a short break. Get a little cup of coffee for Kelly and get his energy level back up, and then we'll be with you at 5:30 p.m. for Wonder Boys basketball as the Arkansas Tech men are in Hays, Kansas tonight to take on Fort Hays State. And we'll be watching that game over the video stream and providing you with the radio play-by-play description here on River Country KCJC. Handoff to Cole Chansey. Chansey runs straight ahead and takes the football down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 9 on 1st and 15. See where they end up spotting it at the 32 for a gain of 8. And so let's call it second down and 7 for the Bisons. Taylor Bissell will be the slot back to the right side. And Cole Chansey will be the fullback. Line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 32. They need to get to the 25 for the first down. We're down to 11 minutes and 54 seconds to play. Hand off to Chansey, and the Wonder Boys will stop him after a gain of 2 at the 30-yard line. Among the Wonder Boys in on the stop that time, Carson Holloway, along with Trey White and Davion Smith. It'll be third down and 5 for Harding from the Arkansas Tech 30. Play clock at 21, game clock at 11 minutes and 28 seconds. And the Bisons, up 17-0, are in absolutely no hurry whatsoever. Preston Payton goes under center. 3rd down and 5. Payton fakes to Chansey. Pitches it to one of his slot backs around left end, Taylor Bissell. Bissell 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 18-yard line goes Taylor Bissell, maybe even the 17. Regardless, it's more than enough for another Harding 1st down, the 19th of the day. They will spot him at the 17 with a gain of 13. And Taylor Bissell's 13-yard gain moves Harding into the red zone, where so far today, Harding is 3 for 3 on scoring opportunities. We send along best wishes to the Golden Suns volleyball team, which wrapped up its regular season this week and will begin the Great American Conference Tournament on Thursday in Hot Springs. Hand off to Cole Chansey. Chansey goes straight ahead down to the 9-yard line. A pickup of 8. And it'll be 2nd down and 2. The Golden Suns picked up 2 wins during the final week of the regular season, now 19-7 overall. And head coach Kara Dukic's team completed regular season conference play with a record of 13-3, just 1 match behind regular season conference champion Oklahoma Baptist. And those will be 2 of the 8 teams that will be competing in the GAC tournament beginning on Thursday. On 2nd down and 2, Payton gives to Chansey, and Chansey looks to be stopped short of the line to gain. He needed to get to the 7. It looks like the Wonder Boys have him stopped at the 8. Cameron McCassin among the Wonder Boys leading the push that time, along with George Brooks. And they do indeed have McCassin stopped short of the line to gain. And so it's 3rd down and 1 now for the Bisons. Line of scrimmage is the 8. But as is often the case when you're behind and facing Harding, the biggest adversary right now is the clock, which is already down to 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Handoff Chansey. Chansey between the tackles, inside the 5 and down to the 1. He has more than enough for a Harding 1st down. And the Bisons have it 1st and goal at the 1.
Bring up 1st and goal for Harding.
Chansey will remain in the game at fullback. The left slot back is Jalen Spicer. They give to Chansey, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown Harding on a 1-yard run by Cole Chansey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. He has accounted for every touchdown that has been scored in this game, and he has now rushed for 210 yards on the day. And for Cole Chansey, that is now 181 rushing yards in the 2nd half. And it'll be Grant Ennis to attempt the extra point after another long scoring drive for the Bisons. Placement is down, kick is away, it is good. And our new score with 9 minutes and 1 second left in the season for the Wonder Boys is Harding 24, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we take a 1-minute Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
This is Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys football on River Country 102.3 KCJC.
We ask that following the conclusion of today's game, that all fans remain behind the barricades along the sidelines or in the stands and not come onto the field of play at any point. Thank you for your cooperation.
I feel like they know they lost the game, so they just hear it.
It's my last game of the season.
Number 18, Cameron Scott, in the kickoff for Harding.
The scoring drive for Harding was 12 plays, 79 yards. It took 6 minutes and 26 seconds and resulted in the 3rd rushing touchdown of the day for Cole Chansey. Now the Wonder Boys will get the football back with right now 9 minutes and 1 second left, and Harding leading this one 24-0. The ensuing kickoff by Cameron Scott will be fair caught by Drew Wade at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 25-yard line. If, like me, the question crossed your mind, when was the last time the Wonder Boys were shut out? It was on November 10th of 2018, and not coincidentally, it was against this Harding program. The Bisons won that day 28-0 in Searcy, and Harding now bidding to shut out the Wonder Boys for the second time in the last 3 meetings between these two programs, and Harding looking to improve to 9-1 in the last 10 meetings between Arkansas Tech and the Bisons. And the Wonder Boys will try to begin the process of avoiding that shutout right here on 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Jack Lindsey in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws incomplete into the near flat, looking for Ron Thompson on the run, but the pass was off target, and it'll be 2nd down and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 25. Jack Lindsey now 13 of 23 passing today for 138 yards. The Wonder Boys have 183 yards of total offense, but only 44 of those have come since halftime. 2nd down and 10, Wonder Boys from their own 25. One receiver right, one to the left. 2 tight ends in the game, Luke Curtis and Jordan Eddington. They both shift to the left side of the formation. Handoff is to Ron Thompson. Thompson tries to get around right in. Penalty flag is thrown, almost certainly holding against Arkansas Tech. And Thompson is out of bounds at the 35-yard line with what would have been a gain of 10, but it's going to come back on a holding call against Arkansas Tech here with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The referee getting the confirmation probably just on the jersey number of the guilty party, and then he will share the pretty obvious call with us.
Holding. Number 54 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. 2nd down. I got you.
Inside the 20-yard line and at the 15-yard line.
I think so, too.
There it'll be 2nd down and 20 for Arkansas Tech. And Lindsey will operate from the shotgun. He'll be alone in the backfield with 3 receivers to his right and 2 to his left.
Not what you needed right there.
Nope. Very, very difficult to play from behind the sticks against a defense as good as Harding. Now the Wonder Boys will shift into the Wildcat, and Tyler Polk will take the direct snap. Polk fakes the handoff, tries to run left, looking for running room. That running room is taken away by Nathaniel Wallace, who makes the stop at the 15-yard line for no gain. And it is now 3rd down and 20 for Arkansas Tech. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And especially here in the second half, we have seen evidence of why the Harding Bisons are considered by many as a threat to compete for a national championship during the playoffs beginning next week.
Tell you what, if the cards fall for them, if they get the right draw in the playoffs, teams always have a difficult time with this offense. Of course, they've got a good defense as well.
3rd down and 20 for the Wonder Boys. Jack Lindsey throws short and complete to Jordan Eddington. Eddington is wrapped up, and he is taken down at the 19-yard line after a gain of 4. Open field tackle made for the Bisons by Dylan Hendricks. And on 4th down and 16, the Wonder Boys have no choice but to punt it away with 7 minutes and 34 seconds to go, and now, barring a series of very uncharacteristic errors by Harding, the Bisons are in excellent position now to clinch the Great American Conference Championship outright with a win here today in Russellville and go on to the NCAA Division II playoffs as no worse than a number 2 seed, which means they could play at home in each of the first 2 weeks of those playoffs. Punt by Aaron Wynn is away. Caught at the Harding 46-yard line by Corey Beatty. He made the first man miss. Now he's into Arkansas Tech territory. Penalty flag is thrown at the end of the play. Tackle made at the Arkansas Tech 41 after a 13-yard punt return by Harding's Corey Beatty.
Could be a block in the back, possibly.
The Wonder Boys are indicating that it is against Harding. Looks like it'll be assessed from the end of the run, which was about the 41-yard line. It is, now they can put it at the 40-yard line, they say.
During the return, personal foul. Illegal block below the waist on the return team, number 5. 15-yard penalty from the spot of correction from the end of the run. 1st down.
And that's where the Bisons will go on offense with 7 minutes left, and Harding leading 24-0. And I hate to think this way, but the first thing that crosses my mind is that just gives them another 15 yards to chew up time off the clock. That's about all that really does.
True. That is true. That's about 3 plays.
Especially the way Cole Chansey has run it here in the second half. They've got him out of the game now, though. That may be the end of the day for Cole Chansey. Protect him for the playoffs, and I can't say that I blame them. Blake Dela Cruz is in at the fullback spot. If that's the end of the day for Cole Chansey, he had 28 carries for 210 yards, and that puts him in 4 career games against Arkansas Tech. Cole Chansey now with 554 rushing yards. Cole Chansey has had as many rushing yards against Arkansas Tech as a lot of good running backs have in their entire career. Pitch right, long run by Jalen Spicer down the far boundary. The Wonder Boys will get him out of bounds near the 20. It'll be a gain of about 35 yards for Jalen Spicer on the pitch and the run around right end. They will spot him out at the 23-yard line, and that makes it merely a gain of 32. So it's 1st and 10 Bisons at the 23 with 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Spicer now with 4 carries on the day, and that puts him at about 50 yards on the afternoon.
East Central now up 24-14 over Southeast Oklahoma. 3:56 left in the third quarter there.
A whistle and a timeout. We will take a Rockline Industries 30-second timeout with them from here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth.
Timeout, Harding. This is our second charge of the period. Correction, of the half. This will also serve as the final media timeout of the period.
Southwest Oklahoma trails Northwest Oklahoma 21-14. That is almost at the halftime. And it is also Southern Arkansas. UAM has just gone on a run. UAM 42, Southern Arkansas 17, and Oklahoma Baptist has scored again, and they lead Southern Nazarene 42-14 with 11:15 to go in that game. Looks like Oklahoma Baptist will improve to 7-4 on the season. Good season for them. And UA Monticello, if they hang on to win, they will improve to 5-6. SAU will drop to 4-7.
Here in Russellville, 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football. And the Harding Bisons in control of this one. They have it 1st and 10 at the Arkansas Tech 23-yard line. As they prepare to come to the line of scrimmage, I wanted to check and see Preston Payton is still in the game at quarterback for now for the Bisons. And he's under center. They will give to De La Cruz, and he is stood up by Arkansas Tech defensive lineman Davion Smith. They will give De La Cruz no gain on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Harding from the Arkansas Tech 23-yard line, but that clock just continues to disappear now, down to 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Reminder, coming up at 5:30 p.m., so pregame show around 5:20. We will have Wonder Boys basketball for you tonight from Hays, Kansas, as the Wonder Boys will begin the 99th season of Arkansas Tech men's basketball by taking on the Fort Hays State Tigers. And you can hear it right here on River Country KCJC. Handoff is faked to De La Cruz. Instead, they pitch it wide for Jalen Spicer. Spicer off to the races and into the end zone for a Harding touchdown on a 23-yard run around right end. And it is 30-0 Harding with 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. For Jalen Spicer, it is his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. For the Bisons, it is their 4th rushing touchdown of the day and their 57th rushing touchdown of the season. That's now 57 rushing touchdowns scored and only 6 rushing touchdowns allowed this year for the Harding Bisons.
Guess they didn't feel comfortable enough with 24-0 lead.
The extra point by Grant Ennis is good, and our new score with 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go is Harding 31, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we take a 30-second Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
So pretty.
Took 1 minute and 25 seconds. The final 23 yards carried, or covered, I should say, on a Jalen Spicer carry around right end. And it is now 31-0 Harding. And the ensuing kickoff from Cameron Scott will be fielded by Tyrus Fort at the 4-yard line. Correction, it's not Tyrus Fort this time. It's actually Brandon Hunter back to return this kickoff. And now Brandon wishes he had called for a fair catch as he is snowed under at the 9-yard line and stopped there after about a 5-yard kickoff return. It'll be 1st and 10 Arkansas Tech. There is a penalty flag down back up at the 30-yard line of Arkansas Tech, and so that will have to be addressed before the Wonder Boys offense goes back to work. Now we will see what it is.
Normally a block in the back.
Tripping, number 39 of the return
Tripping
team.
is the call against
Half the distance to the goal from the
return
end of the play. First down.
And so that will cost the Wonder Boys half the distance to the goal, and Arkansas Tech will have to begin its what could be its final possession of the season from its own 5-yard line. With Harding leading this one 31-0. The Wonder Boys will finish their season 4-7, which is a 1-game improvement over the 2019 season, the last time there was football in the Great American Conference. Harding will conclude the regular season with a record of 10-1, and the Bisons will be the undisputed champions of the Great American Conference for the year 2021. Handoff to Ron Thompson, around right end and out near the 15-yard line. Tackle made there by Orlando Henley. They will give Thompson the 16-yard line for a gain of 11 and a Fleet Tire Point S first down for Arkansas Tech. Jack Lindsay is the quarterback here on, again, this likely final possession of the season for the Wonder Boys. 2 receivers left. Line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 16 on first down. Lindsay brings a man in motion. That is wide receiver Brennan Lewis. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw it to Lewis. Lewis, running toward the far boundary, is pursued and driven out of bounds by Kyle McDonald. They will spot Lewis down at the 19-yard line. The gain is 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7. Arkansas Tech, 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Follow ArkansasTechSports.com throughout the upcoming week for more information about the Golden Suns appearance in the GAC volleyball tournament, which will begin on Thursday. Hopefully conclude next Saturday with an appearance in the GAC Tournament Championship match. The winner of the GAC Volleyball Tournament will earn an automatic bid to the NCAA Division II Tournament, and that will be the goal for head coach Kara Dukic and her team as they head to Hot Springs later this week. Handoff to Ron Thompson. He avoids the first wave, but then gets knocked to the turf by, among others, Willie Nash, a junior from Memphis, Tennessee. Tackle made at the 20-yard line. It is 3rd down and 6 for Arkansas Tech. Clock rolling with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to play. 2 receivers to the right as Jack Lindsay awaits the play call. Will this be the final offensive snap of the year for the Wonder Boys? Need to get to the 26-yard line for the first down. Mason Ross in motion. Lindsay takes the snap. Play action fake. Looking deep, now checks down, throws complete to Mason Ross. Ross pursued by Kyle McDonald, and McDonald with a sure open field tackle back at the 23-yard line. The completed pass will go for the 18-yard line, my apologies. The completed pass will go for a loss of 2. And on 4th down, Aaron Wynn will get one more chance this season to punt for Arkansas Tech. Wynn has punted twice today for an average of 44.5 yards per punt. Both of his efforts have been down inside the 20-yard line. Wynn awaits the snap. He receives it and gets the kick away. Beautiful high wobbly spiral. And fair catch is called for and made at the 44-yard line by Corey Beatty. A punt of 38 yards by Aaron Wynn, and Harding will get the football back with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Bison's leading 31-0, and I predict that Harding, again barring an uncharacteristic error, will be successful in expiring the remaining time from the clock. At quarterback for the Bisons, it appears as if it will be Robert Wilkie. Wilkie is a senior from Hernando, Mississippi. He'll be joined in the backfield by Blake Dela Cruz as the fullback. The right slot back will be Dre McAllister. The left slot back will be A.J. Brown for the Bisons, as they have got all of their starters out of the game now, at least among their skill position folks. Handoff and running right with it was De La Cruz. Gain of 2 up to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from there. Clock down to 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. Kelly, despite this outcome today, for one thing, just a tremendous first-half effort by the Wonder Boys to be within 7-0 at halftime, and we just saw the full force of this Harding team in the second half. But despite what will be a disappointing end of the year, I think it's very safe to say that the Wonder Boys showed significant progress here during the 2021 season.
Oh, absolutely. They winners of 4 of their last 7 games, so that's off to a rough start to begin the game. Who knew Southeast Oklahoma was
Ruling on the field as the ball carrier was down, 3rd down.
And so you look at East Central losing that game by 3 points, having 2 touchdowns called back against UA Monticello, and losing that game by a touchdown. So, little things like that add up throughout the season, but you go back and evaluate. It could have been a totally different season.
Wilkie got 6 yards on 2nd down. Now they give to De La Cruz on 3rd down and 2, and he will have the 1st down. Actually, correction, it was not De La Cruz that time. They put Will Fitzhugh in at fullback, and he carries the football down to the 39-yard line. Enough for a Harding 1st down, and now the Bisons, if they so choose, could kneel on the football and expire the remaining time from the clock. Trayon Jones checks in defensively for Arkansas Tech in place of Layman Howell. Wilkie will go under center, and it does look like victory formation for the Bisons. They will take a knee here with 45 seconds left. They might have to do it one more time. Game clock and play clock almost exactly identical, so they may go ahead and decide to line up and snap it and kneel on it one more time, and that'll be the end of the game. And the Harding Bisons, congratulations to them, will finish the season 10-1 overall, and Harding University is the outright champion of Great American Conference football for the year 2021, the 2nd GAC title for the Bisons alongside the crown they earned in 2016. And here come the Bisons to try to put the water bath on their head coach, Paul Simmons, and they are successful in doing so. Over on the far side of the field, it took about 3 Bisons to track him down. He was an All-America defensive end back in his days as a player at Harding, and it took a minute to track him down, but 3 of his players got to him. They dunk Coach Simmons with the water bath, and deservedly so, as a great season for the Bisons results in a GAC championship. Our box drop mattress final score from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville today is Harding University 31 and Arkansas Tech University 0. Here in the Alathus Realty broadcast booth, we will pause for 1 minute. We will come back. We will wrap this one up. We will say the names of the 23 seniors from Arkansas Tech who just concluded their collegiate football careers. We'll take a look at the final numbers, and then we'll get ready for Wonder Boys basketball coming up in 1 hour and 5 minutes. For now, a 1-minute Rockline Industries timeout. This is Wonder Boys football.
Thank you for your support.
For 46 years, we guarantee you're going to get the best deal and the best value at Phil Wright Autoplex. Come pick out your Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Toyota. Come see why we're selling more cars than ever before. Phil Wright Autoplex, Exit 84, just on 540 Russellville. Or shop us online at philwright.com.
With so many uncertainties today, one thing's not.
45 years of providing dependable new or pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley.
Come see us at Phil Wright Toyota at Phil Wright Autoplex in Russellville.
Exit 84 off 540 or visit us online at philwright.com.
Holton Lee and the folks at Strikers Bowling Alley, Russellville have some great weekend specials they want to remind you about. Friday night, all you can bowl for $17.75 per person from 4 until 9 at Strikers. And Saturdays from 1 to 5, enjoy a special price per game of just $3.75 per person. Just a few of the many reasons to come and have some fun at Strikers Bowling Alley, Russellville. Strikers on West Main by the theater.
Back with you on the post-game show following a 31-0 win this afternoon for Harding over Arkansas Tech as the Bisons clinch the Great American Conference Championship outright. And the combination of their win today over the Wonder Boys and Henderson State's loss earlier today to Ouachita Baptist, giving the Bisons the outright GAC title. And we will take a look at the final numbers in just a moment. But I am not going to let this day pass without putting the headset on Tom Camerling. You know how to do that. I'll just hand it to you. I want to give... Yes, I want to give some special recognition to my friend and mentor, Tom Camerling, who was recognized at halftime today for 50 years of service to Arkansas Tech athletics. I want to make it really clear to everybody, this is not some kind of retirement thing. This is just honoring Tom for 50 years. He's going to be sitting in that booth to my right for as long as he can get up here. But, Tom, before we wrap this one up, I just had to knock on the window and bring you over here and, first of all, tell you thank you. I would not get the extreme privilege of doing this without you, and that has led to so many other wonderful things in my life, and I know there are so many other people in the Arkansas River Valley who feel the same way in different ways about you, and so I just wanted to bring you over and tell you thank you and congratulations, and just ask for you, as someone who's normally up here behind the glass, what were your feelings whenever your name was called and you realized what was happening with that surprise at halftime?
I completely surprised, believe me. I had no idea. They told me it had to do with the veterans deal, so I said, I'll just follow you whatever you want to do, and then when they called me out onto the field, it was a shock, and I'm not usually speechless, but I was there.
Well, congratulations on 50 years of remarkable service to Arkansas Tech University. We look forward to many more, and it was really special for me and a lot of other folks. I saw a lot of your family. I think Johnny Story snuck in, and I know it was probably equally special to see all those folks in the same place at the same time.
It sure was. My family was here. My grandson from Fayetteville came down. My daughter from Fort Smith came down. It's one of the best days of my life, believe me.
Well, you absolutely deserved as much as anyone I know.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. I don't know who this guy is over here, but
that is Tom Camerling, the voice of the Wonder Boys and the Golden Sons. I sit in this chair, and sometimes people mistakenly dub me with that title, but Tom Camerling is the voice of the Wonder Boys. Looks like we get a chance to pose for a little picture here with some of the family next door, and I think my wife Heather's going to get me one too. That'll mean a lot to me. Let's look at Heather there and get one with her. This is not really exciting for the radio audience, but right now I apologize to y'all. I really don't care right in this moment. I'm getting a chance to hug one of my heroes here, Tom Camerling, and congratulate him on 50 years of service. Thank you, Tom. That means a lot to me. So we appreciate Tom. I had to get that in before we said goodbye here at the final broadcast of the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football. Let's take a look at the final numbers from this one as Harding won it on our box drop mattress final score, 31-0. The final stats from today, Harding finished with 436 yards of total offense. And as I look back to the halftime stats, 200, let's see, do some quick math. I'm trying to do math on the fly. This is not good. 300 yards of total offense for Harding in the second half alone as the Bisons, as we feared that they would, really came out focused on that first drive of the second half, and they never really looked back from that point forward. 436 yards of total offense today for Harding. They had 59 passing yards, 377 rushing yards today for the Bisons, just below their season average, national leading season average of 403 rushing yards per game. Arkansas Tech finished with 203 yards of total offense, 171 passing yards, and 32 rushing yards today for Arkansas Tech. The Bisons penalized 4 times for 40 yards. Arkansas Tech penalized 6 times for 42 yards. 23 first downs today for Harding, 13 Fleet Tire, Point S first downs for the Wonder Boys. Harding was 8 of 11 on third down conversion tries. Arkansas Tech 4 out of 11 on third down conversion tries. And the Bisons were able to flip the script there in the second half, and they end up with an edge in time of possession. After being behind in that category at halftime, they were able to come back and assume their customary advantage in time of possession based upon their performance in the second half. And what a second half it was by the Harding Bisons, and it was led by one man, Cole Chansey, the standout fullback for the Bisons, who today carried the football 28 times for 210 yards and 3 touchdowns, and of that total, 181 of his 210 rushing yards came in the second half as they put it on the back of their best player, and he brought it home today for the Bisons as they win the GAC championship. Jalen Spicer, 4 carries for 73 yards. The quarterback, Preston Payton, had 9 carries for 31 yards. He also completed 2 of 3 passes for 59 yards. He had 2 completions on that first Harding touchdown drive of the day. And without those, the Wonder Boys might have got a stop there early on, and who knows what happens from there if the Wonder Boys could have got the field position in their favor. But Payton was able to come up with 2 big completions early on, and then they were able to grind it out on the ground as they usually do the rest of the day. I should give Harding's defensive leaders my apologies before we shift over to the other side. Jay Marshall had 5 tackles today for Harding, as did Nathaniel Wallace, as did Dylan Hendricks. Now for Arkansas Tech, the individual leaders here on the final day of the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football. Jack Lindsey completed 16 of 26 passes for 143 yards. Ron Thompson, 12 carries, 35 yards. Jordan Eddington had 5 catches for 50 yards. Mason Ross, 5 catches, 27 yards. Jorion Chase, 3 receptions for 30 yards. And Brennan Lewis, 3 receptions for 22 yards. Drew Wade caught 2 passes for 32 yards today, and he went over 100 receptions for his Arkansas Tech career. Jack Lindsey went over 2,000 passing yards for the season here on the final day of his senior season at Arkansas Tech. And then defensively for Arkansas Tech, as we flip over to that page, it was Tyrus Fort leading the way today with 9 tackles. Carson Holloway had 8 tackles. Christian Cole with 6 tackles. And one of those 23 seniors, George Brooks, made 6 tackles. I don't have it right in front of me, but I'm going to hazard a guess that that is a new career high for George Brooks in tackles in a single game. He had 6 of them today. And before I turn it over to Kelly for one last look at the A Better Way Realty GAC scoreboard, I do want to read the names of those 23 seniors who completed their service to the Arkansas Tech football program today. They are George Brooks of Allen, Texas, Drew Wade of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Caleb Beatty of Foxworth, Mississippi, Dio Williams of Denton, Texas, Caleb Kennedy of Morrilton, Arkansas, Darren Kane, Houston, Texas, Tyler Polk, Ocean Springs, Mississippi, Denzel Washington, Monroe, Louisiana, Trey Smith, Springdale, Arkansas, Gio Williams, Denton, Texas, Ron Thompson of Bassfield, Mississippi, Cade Yeager, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Cameron McCassin, Frisco, Texas, Jack Lindsey, Springdale, Arkansas, Alex Chambers, Conway, Arkansas, by way of Morrilton High School, Tucker Kennedy, Union City, Tennessee, Corey Chun, Blytheville, Arkansas, Aaron Carter, Manila, Arkansas, Andre White Jr., Norman, Oklahoma, Derek Albers, New Braunfels, Texas, Christian Meyer, Muskogee, Oklahoma, Luke Curtis, Bryant, Arkansas, and Damian Carroll from Jackson, Mississippi. Those are the 23 seniors who were honored today before the game started, and we thank them for all of their contributions and all the groundwork that they have laid for the future success of Wonder Boys football. And with that, we turn it over to Kelly Davis, who knows what it feels like to walk off that field for the last time, and one last look this football season at the A Better Way Realty GAC scoreboard.
Absolutely. A lot of reflection going on down there on that field, and as well as the Band of Distinction. They're still down there playing right now, making their final tribute to the fans that are left here in the bleachers. A lot of parents have hung around to listen to the band one more time. 3 finals for you today. Your Wonder Boys falling to Harding today, 31-0. It was the Battle of the Ravine. It was a Ouachita Baptist coming out on top, 31-28 over Henderson State. The other final just completed, Oklahoma Baptist 42, Southern Nazarene 14. And down in Monticello, they are having a time of it in the second half. UA Monticello 52, Southern Arkansas 17. Southern Arkansas had 17 at the half. It is Southwest Oklahoma 14, Northwest Oklahoma 21. That's at halftime. And East Central still leading Southeast Oklahoma right now. 12:34 remaining in that game, but it's East Central 30 and Southeast Oklahoma 21. And that is something that East Central needs to win this game to have any playoff, contentions or considerations going into next week. So they need to come back and win that one if they want to have a chance to get in the playoffs. If not, they will drop to 7-3, or 8-3 on the season. They are 8-2 right now, so they need to improve to 9-2, as Henderson State and Ouachita Baptist are sitting right now. So during the basketball game here in a little bit, we'll give you some finals of the rest of the football games.
We absolutely will. But before we pivot to basketball, Kelly, I want to tell you thank you very much for joining me for another season of Arkansas Tech football. I think we will look back on this one as a year when the Wonder Boys started to make some progress, and here in a couple of seasons when the Wonder Boys are up closer to the top of the Great American Conference standings, I think we will fondly remember and point back to the progress that was made this year as the foundation for that future success.
Things happen in circles, so we're circling back up. So look forward to next season.
Looking forward to it. Want to send along special thanks to the athletics communications professionals who provided us with all of the numbers that we were able to share with you today. And these two institutions are blessed with two of the very best. Of course, Daniel Gallegos from here at Arkansas Tech and Scott Good from Harding University. We thank them, along with Nathan Looney, by the way, from Harding University, Scott's assistant. We thank all of those folks and the outstanding staffs from both of those athletics communications offices, as well as Eric Moyer from the Great American Conference for their many contributions to today's broadcast and throughout the 2021 football season. We thank Mr. John Henderson, who did a great job, as always, as our chief studio engineer. We thank the many sponsors who make it possible, and we thank you for listening. Our Box Drop Mattress final score from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field on the final day of the 106th season of Arkansas Tech football was nationally 7th-ranked Harding 31 and Arkansas Tech 0. Our next broadcast of Arkansas Tech Athletics on River Valley Radio will come your way in approximately 43 minutes. We will step aside for just a little while, play a little music, get some things rearranged here in the booth, and then assuming the video feed works from Fort Hays State, we will have a radio play-by-play description of the first game of the 99th season of Arkansas Tech men's basketball, the pregame show at 5:20 and tip-off at 5:30, as it'll be the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys at the Fort Hays State Tigers right here on River Country KCJC and ArkansasTechSports.com coming up in just a little over 40 minutes here on KCJC. Until then, for my broadcast partner, Kelly Davis, I'm Sam Streisner reminding you that Jerry says, fight on. So long, everybody.